All right. What day is it? It's Wednesday. All right. We're making our way through the week. And how are you? How are you?
Cupcake Wednesday. Yeah.
Cupcake Wednesday.
I saw people lining up today.
Yeah, I was just reading, I guess some people who are Republicans, in the New York Post write a editorial, not an editorial, but like a op-ed piece, and they were talking about how Joe Biden makes more gaffes than Sarah Palin, that if Sarah Palin said the things Joe Biden said, they'd be all over her ass for it.
I know, even she got off a quip on Joe Biden yesterday. She said, I think the next crisis in the Obama campaign is Joe Biden's next speech.
Yeah. So, I read this stuff. I read everything. You go back and forth, It's like,
well, it's been exciting.
Yeah. They say here, the other day, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even want to get into it, but Biden says something like, about FDR. Did you read that one?
No.
Okay, wait, this is good. See, because Biden's like the older senator who's been around for a while, and he's the guy who you go, man, he's like really bright, and he's real. In fact, he should maybe even be president. And then you start reading about him, and you're like, I don't know if that was what he's doing either.
I think, Biden is off script a lot. He, trusts what he thinks in his head. As a person who does that, I know. But, he is a well-studied man.
Yeah, I don't know. This makes him sound kind of dumb here.
All right, read it to me.
Okay, let me find it. See, I was too lazy to get a pen to circle something, so now I'm sounding less than professional.
Sounding like Joe Biden.
I read some other article while I'm looking for this that Bill O'Reilly signed a new 4-year contract with the Fox News Network to continue his television show. And now he's saying, I think I might have to give up the radio show because, I'm just kind of working too many hours. But I wonder, is his radio show not doing well?
Yeah, I mean, the radio show isn't setting the world on fire, I don't think.
Doing radio is a lot harder than television, I can tell you. It's that special guy who can handle a radio show. And
remember, the TV show is just an hour.
Yeah.
You can pack, a lot into an hour. When you're stretching it out to 4 hours and asking people to stay with you, that's a tough call.
Fuck it, I'll read it live.
Yeah, where's that tape?
I love that.
You got that, Fred?
You know what? I'll write it myself. I'll write it. I'll take it some time tonight and write it.
I like when Bill O'Reilly explodes. What does he explode again about?
They had written that coming up next or something. It was a sting outro for Current Affair or whatever that show was he was doing.
Yeah.
And he couldn't figure it out.
But I got to find it. Oh, here we go. I found it. Okay, here we go. So this is Joe Biden says this. When the stock market crashed, Franklin D. Roosevelt got on the television and didn't just talk about the princes of greed. He said, look, here's what happened. What really happened is Roosevelt wasn't president when the market crashed in 19... So anyway, so then the person writing this goes, look, first of all, Roosevelt wasn't president when the market crashed. Even I knew that.
It was Hoover, right?
It was Hoover.
Right.
And TV was in its infant stages, not available to the general public.
Yeah, he was a radio guy.
Right, until at least 10 years later.
Yeah, his fireside chats were on radio.
Yeah, so he thought FDR was on TV. And he thought...
So was Lincoln.
Yeah, like he's just completely out of it.
Did you see those Lincoln-Davis debates?
Yeah, they were on TV, but very few people had televisions back then.
Jefferson Davis, I thought, came off his race.
So, all right, I got it now. Here's Bill O'Reilly when he was back on A Current Affair or whatever show he had. Inside Edition.
Inside Edition, I think, was his.
That's tomorrow. And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Honey? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Something
we'll
Bob
do it
Levy.
live.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
No.
We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
My favorite guy is the guy who goes, in 5, 4, 3. Nothing throws that guy.
No, he is as calm as a cucumber.
That's my hero.
That's the first assistant director or the stage manager, they call those guys, and he is the MVP of that shit because he's got the director yelling in his ear.
Yeah.
He's got this guy yelling. So he's just like, and...
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. 5, 4, 3...
I can't do it. 5, 4, 3.
Guys, you think you could make a fake tape with O'Reilly versus Tracy? Like, you take the Gorillo stuff, but don't use, like, just use little bits and have O'Reilly yelling and then Tracy yelling. I think that's a winner. O'Reilly versus Tracy.
I'll do it live. You douche.
Yeah.
I'll
that's all you
write
need.
it myself.
You don't need, like, long clips. Just,
You're a douche. Fuck you, I'll write it. You couldn't write shit.
I'll do it live.
You're a wannabe.
O'Reilly versus Tracy. I say in a real O'Reilly versus Tracy, Tracy wins.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. Tracy could beat anyone.
Easily.
Is this no makeup or new makeup? Because I like your look right now.
This is a new makeup.
Yeah,
I guess
excellent.
I put it on a different way.
Better.
You recognize that.
I look her
He
over.
looks at me.
Yeah, but you look, to me, you look hot every day.
No, you look real pretty like this. This is a good look for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What'd you do different?
It's a different lipstick. It's a more natural.
Yes.
Not,
this goes with your skin tone better and your eyes better. Your eyes are popping now.
And I do, like I'm not doing such black eyeliner anymore.
This is good.
You are
more natural.
You are the gayest heterosexual man ever.
Yep. No, I love women and I love to look over the women.
No, but that's what I
don't like women. You got mother issues like me, but you
I
really
don't like women. I like them.
Yeah.
Right. Well, most guys, that's the only reason they're with women.
You like them over.
Them over. Too.
Yes. And then fucking them over.
Let me look at you for a second. Not you, Robin, Artie.
Oh.
He's clearly...
Go look at Artie.
He looks good, too.
No, I say that...
What are you doing, Artie? You look a little different.
Let me see you. No, this is good.
Oh, you like this?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about this.
This is what I'm sure about.
Did anyone else here notice that? That's how you get laid, too, man. That's a great thing.
It ain't about getting laid. It's about being attentive and looking at my woman over there.
Very sweet of you.
Yes,
very sweet of you to notice.
Because I saw Robin yesterday in the kitchen there where we get the snacks, and she looked really good. She was by the sink, and she had the shirt on, and I said, I want to compliment her, but I don't want to say a dumb thing. Like, what? But
you're busy looking at her titties. I'm looking at her face. That's what she likes.
Her back was to me, and I was like...
So you're looking at my ass.
You're busy with her ass and her titties.
I was looking at her ass.
Besides, she did this for me. I'm going to appreciate it. Right. No, you know what my mother always said about me? She said, since you were a little boy, no matter what I did, you would notice. She says, if I put a new glass in the kitchen, you would notice the glass.
Right.
Because I pay attention.
I said to a couple of people, you know, I threw a couple of parties for Howard, and there were things that, you know, most people wouldn't notice. They were just part of the way the party was put together.
Yeah.
Howard noticed everyone.
I'm a great man.
Everyone.
You are, because with me, I'm one of those dumb guys who just says to a chick, well, you look great every day,
right.
You know.
But you're not really looking.
Yeah. I'm not looking.
But, yeah, he notices, you know, most people would just come in and say, oh, this is a lovely room. Howard noticed the glassware. He noticed the napkins.
Everything over.
He noticed everything. He noticed the printing on the menu.
I look everything over.
He was amazing.
Well, that's nice, too, if you throw a party and he appreciates it.
Yeah,
I'm amazing.
Yeah, but it was just astonishing how much detail he noticed that most people would just say, oh, I knew it was a great time.
That's why I threw Artie's party in a pizza place. I knew he wouldn't notice it.
Oh, no, I noticed that, my friend. I will never forget that.
That he noticed.
One time
you impressed him.
Sometimes my mother on a Sunday would she wouldn't make gravy. She got lazy. She would make Aunt Millie's, and I said, I noticed your gravy.
I saw in the newspaper there was here's a nutty guy, but I love nutty guy stories. A Michigan man arrested for allegedly driving erratically and nearly hitting a police car said singer Beyonce was waiting to meet him, according to police in Milford, Connecticut.
Where was she? She was in Connecticut?
No. Officers said 33-year-old Robert Williams, Jr. of Maycomb Township, Michigan, was taken to a local hospital for evaluation. He nearly hit a police car early Sunday, asked the officer for directions to Detroit, and then drove over a sidewalk in grassy area.
Wow.
Imagine you're a cop and you're dealing with that.
Yeah, and you're in front of a cop and you're doing that.
Williams, who had flowers and a teddy bear in the car, also asked if the officers were escorting him to New York City, saying Beyonce had agreed to meet him at the GW Bridge.
Oh, my God.
Police said.
Oh, my God.
Where are his family? I want to see what they look like after living with him for a few years.
You know what? They look like they want to get out of town. They're exhausted. They're so glad he's going to go visit Beyonce. You don't even know.
Yeah, they were like, here, they probably gave him the flowers.
Imagine we find out Beyonce was really waiting for him at the GW Bridge.
Yeah, it's we who are crazy.
And then the other thing I got to just bring up right here at the front of the show, Mel Gibson put another $10 million into that kooky church he's a part of.
Uh-huh.
Mel Gibson's like super religious. He's part of a church that the Vatican won't even recognize because they're too religious.
Oh, no. They don't recognize the Vatican.
Yeah. Nobody recognizes each other. The Vatican, they do a service where, like, the women are covered and that it's all in Latin. Nobody knows what anyone's saying.
Right.
Mel Gibson's right all over that.
Well, answer me this, Mel. Why is it more religious in Latin?
Because that's the way God wants it. You don't understand these things.
You see these Latin guys, the shirts, they're all into religion.
A little toasty in here, a little hot, isn't it?
Really? I'm cool over here.
Not me.
Well, maybe I got all the air.
But I'm not going to tell 𝗮𝗮 to change the temperature in here because if he changes it, I'll be too cold.
Well, you know, Scott's in charge of that anyway.
Hey, Rob, you're on the air. Good morning. Welcome to the show. And what's on your mind?
Howard, good morning. I love you. I love all you guys there. I've been listening for years. I'm a huge fan. But I got to say, I'm also a huge fan of Riley. And is there any way that you guys could appease this guy and keep him on?
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
What are you kidding me, man? You know people.
Have you heard, Riley? There's no appeasing him.
I just don't want him to leave. You know what I mean? I just love
He ain't leaving. Trust me. Here's what my instinct tells me. The radio show that we gave him for an hour once a week is the best thing that ever happened to the guy.
Yeah.
The guy never had any sort of audience or anyone to talk to.
And now he's delusional.
And, yeah, I know he wants a lot of money for that show, but that show ain't going to make him any money. It's just not going to happen. Not here at Sirius.
Right.
In fact, there's a lot of people here at Sirius don't even get paid anything to do a radio show. And the fact of the matter is, he gets a nice $400 for the hour, which is probably about $350 more than he's ever made in an hour. And he gets to do it from his house. It's absolutely no sweat. He gets an audience. He can sell his tchotchkes and get people like you to know him. It's a slam dunk.
Yeah, if you want Riley, what you should buy is more Riley junk.
I got 6 of his symbols. But,
you're kidding.
Well, I help him tape his show and stuff, so he gave me like 5 of them for free. But yeah, I bought the first one just like Artie did. Artie's got a symbol too, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, the listeners were really riling Riley up. We should just change his name to Riling.
Riley. He's riled up.
Riled. They were doing a real good job last night.
Yeah, I called in there too.
Yeah. All you got to do is call Riley and say, I'm a cheap Jew and I should be paying him, and he gets crazy. Crazy. I'll play some of the clips. Want to hear some of them?
Oh, I love it when he's all riled up and calling us all names.
All right, here we go.
All right, Riley, next call. This is Sam from Maine.
Hello, Sam.
Whole attention one, Riley.
Whole attention one, Sam.
I was wondering if you think that big-nosed Jew bastard will ever pay you what you deserve.
I doubt seriously if they will ever do the right thing.
You are the best man in radio history, and you deserve to get paid.
Well, thank you, my good man.
He has that dog he spends millions on, and he tells people to adopt it. He spent thousands of dollars on this dog, and yet he still tells people to adopt. He could pay you money, Riley.
Well, of course he could. If I had 1/100th of the interest on his money, I could live. And it would seem to me that it is in the hands of the listeners, people, regardless of what you feel of me. Let your feelings be known to these people. Maybe they'll squeeze out a couple more bucks. But I've been here. Any job you go on, if you do well, within 2.5 to 3 years, you probably would have gotten a raise. You see what I mean? But, of course, I do not personally have the power to move them. But those subscribers can, and I must put it in your hands. Thank you, sir, for your sentiments.
A rather calm Riley.
It's all good. It's all good, Riley. Calm Riley, riled up Riley.
My good man.
Yeah. That whole William Shatner was interviewed. Someone sent me this off the internet. He's now spoken out about George Takei.
Oh, really?
It's so great.
Finally gotten to him?
Yeah. He finally. I don't even know this man. What's his problem? But William Shatner does he does
a lot of ahhing and humming.
Yeah, and Dan the Song Parody Man actually compared Riley's ahs with William Shatner's ahs. Let me see if I can find that.
This is a study.
Sort of, yeah. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I got so much stuff here. Yeah, okay. Here's Riley making his funny noises. Right? And here's Shatner. I'll play you the Shatner thing if you want. But see the similarities? Like, and then here's Riley. Shatner. Wait. Shatner. could probably get them both going together at the same time if I work on it, right? You got to hear this rap. This is Shatner talking about George Takei. Some woman gets him in an interview situation, and he's pretty obsessed with it.
George Takei just got married, and apparently...
And I like how he doesn't even correct her on the name or anything. It's great.
He made a point of not inviting you. How do you feel about that?
Well, the whole thing makes me feel badly. Poor man. There's such a sickness there. It's so patently obvious that there is a psychosis there. I don't know what his original thing about me was. I have no idea. Now, I didn't read his book that was printed many years ago, but apparently I didn't let somebody have a close-up. I literally don't know him. I didn't know him very well on the series. He'd come in for a day or two.
Which is a great little knock, He'd come in for a day or two.
Yeah, right.
Based on his character.
He doesn't really know. They never really worked together.
No.
He was like a day player.
Yeah.
He was an extra.
I wouldn't recognize him.
Is he in the room?
As evidenced by the part he played, and then on the movies, there occasionally. I didn't know the man. But he's continued to speak badly about me for all these years. Now, I
love Bill because there's such arrogance in this.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know him, and you'll hear.
Obviously hiding his homosexuality. Talk about festering and not living the truth of your life and feeling badly about yourself and being fearful that somebody find out this terrible, terrible secret. So he thought. Finally, at the age of, I think, 70, he decides to come out of the closet and say, I'm gay. Like, who cares? Be gay, don't be gay. That's up to you, George. You'd think there would be an epiphany at some point where George might have said, poor Bill Shatner. He is such a lonely, desperate, unhappy man that he did all these terrible things to me, which I can't remember. I presume he can remember all these terrible things I must have done when I said hello or something to him. But you'd think he'd have this epiphany and say, yeah, I hope that, because he and I don't have many years left in this world, I wish him well. I'm so happy that I wish him well. But instead, what he does is he makes this big deal about not inviting me to his wedding. Well, if I was such a terrible force in his life, even 40 some odd years later, because I haven't seen him, that I affect his marriage, where he has to isolate it and say, what kind of sickness is going on? And there must be something else inside George that is festering and makes him so unhappy that he takes it out on me, in effect, a total stranger.
Well, it's possible that he just wanted to invite just the intimate people in his life.
But why would he go out of his way to denigrate me?
It has been and will be a mystery.
That's right, and it's sad that the man can't find enough peace in his life to either be positive and say, I forgive him for whatever those hurts were, or to shut up about it.
Yeah.
It's sad. I feel nothing but pity for him.
I love it.
Ooh, he pities him.
Yeah, we got to play that for George.
Oh, my. And for William Shatner when he comes in here next.
Yeah, he's coming in soon.
What if I get both of them in here?
Oh, I love that.
Great. Can we get them in together?
I like it because William Shatner's like, I don't even care about him or know him.
But clearly he does.
Yeah.
You ever talk about someone for 20 minutes? You know? He's put a lot of thought into that.
Yeah. You know, at the ceremony, at the wedding ceremony, I understand, usually you stomp on a glass.
Yeah.
George stomped on a photo of Bill Shatner. I'm not kidding. That was the ceremony. And when they announced that he was getting married. I don't know if you knew that.
One of the single greatest afternoons of my life was when a horny, black, handicapped kid stuck a bottle of vodka in my asshole. Well, Jimmy Doohan, but Patrick Stewart, and with his nose buried in George Takei's ass, Leonard Nimoy shit on John Wayne's face. Fried egg sandwich was jammed into Isaac Asimov's disgusting hole. And then all hell broke loose because fat-assed Nichelle Nichols squashed a retarded midget with a light bulb while grunting and in small plastic bags of M&Ms. And then Walter Koenig showed up. He was so horny that for the next hour and 15 minutes, Walter jerked off DeForest Kelley until his firm hard cock, soggy, congealed, come all over Lorne Michaels' pretty face. And then Gene Roddenberry washed Lorne's head off with hot piss. Oh, my God. It was a party.
His book might be better than yours, Artie.
I don't know if you're going to be able to match stories with him.
That's right.
That was a 10-minute soliloquy.
Right. Let's see. Going back to Riley, you want any more? Or
I love this. Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime Riley's around negotiation time, he's a brilliant man.
Here Riley states someone at Sirius Radio wants him to starve.
All right, Riley, next call. This is John from Long Island.
Hello, John.
Riley, what's up, buddy?
Not much, John.
How you doing? What is this stuff, man? They want you to play Deal or No Deal for your new contract?
Well, otherwise, I felt that I had been with them long enough and proven myself that they could throw me a bone. They're hiring people all the time. One man they recently hired, they gave him $3 million a year. And I really don't know the gentleman. I'm sure he's a nice person. Nonetheless, with me, they're not giving me a dime. And this is bad.
Never occurs to Riley that Chris Russo might actually have an audience and more talent than him.
As far as that's why I said he's delusional, because he thinks he's right up there.
Yeah, well, Chris Russo, actually was on terrestrial radio and had a big audience and proved himself as a broadcaster for many years and went around the country and developed an act.
None of that stuff matters.
No.
Now we're all at Sirius, and Riley's on a par with everyone else.
Also, Russo was wanted by several other entities, so he can, negotiate.
I, sir, am wanted by entities extraterrestrially, of course.
The Screed have offered me an exclusive deal.
I don't know why he doesn't go work for the Screed.
Somebody up there do not want me to succeed. They want me to starve, even though they won't outright fire me because I'm too valuable to them. You see what I mean?
Oh, I know that, man. Hey, don't play that suitcase game. You know they ain't going to have more than $31 in any one of them.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen.
All right, Riley. Here, yet another one of our fans tries to call Riley up and get him riled.
Riley, next call, Rob in Indiana.
Hello, Rob.
Riley, what's up, buddy?
How you doing, Rob?
Not bad.
Riley is the best, isn't he?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
That fake niceness. Because, he hates everybody.
It's funny. He knows how to turn on the joviality when it serves.
Yeah, when it means nothing.
Mr. Charming.
Charming, yes. Yeah.
But it's all fake because his voice even changes. Hey, hey.
I'm about to perpetrate a scam on you. Hello, traveler.
Rob in Indiana.
Hello, Rob.
Riley, what's up, buddy?
How you doing, Rob?
Not bad. Hey, I heard you on Howard this morning, and I was just disgusted. It's just apparent, Riley, that they have no concept of the value of money. I mean, Howard talked for a half an hour, 45 minutes about, $1,000 meal he's going to treat these guys. And then they asked, someone said, well, how about Riley? Invite Riley. No.
Yeah.
No. And then the day before, this Artie guy wins like $41,000. And then he's throwing all this free money around to everybody. I mean, people who need money and care about money, they don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, those people they're throwing it to, they do not consider them competition.
Yeah.
But me, I'm not trying to compete with them. I'm a different genre than they are, and what have you. And I could not treat a human in this manner.
These people on the show, they just have no.
Riley cannot treat anybody like this. He hasn't treated anybody anything.
He'll never be in the position to treat anybody.
And this guy is from Indiana calling in. I don't know what he's talking about. That's a $3,000 meal you're treating us.
Concept of money that this Robin, she's going on vacations every 3 or 4 weeks. Rome, Spain, Italy, whatever. Same with Howard.
Rob, if they would give me another hour or two on the air, I could live. They won't even do that.
But, I mean, Howard talks, well, Sirius doesn't have the money. Well, fine. Howard has money. Cut the guy a check once in a while. It's not going to hurt. You just made $500 million. I'm sure another 50 or 100 a week is not going to break your back, Howard.
Of course it would not.
Everybody's in your pocket.
Point will try to live. You know what I mean? But these are show people.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Never make the mistake of thinking these people are any less than underhanded, petty, backstabbing.
By the way, I want to thank him for calling us show people. Nobody's
ever put us in show business before.
Grub worms.
Yeah.
You understand? They don't mean to do right. If the shoe were on the other foot, he wouldn't have to want for anything.
Yeah, and that,
in his position.
She just gets married to this model. If she had a scar on her face, he wouldn't give it. And if he was broke, she wouldn't about him.
Yeah, well, actually, but that's you're telling the truth there. And I can assure you that my old lady, she's quite beautiful, but she did not marry me for my money.
Yeah, she's not a gold digger,
Yeah.
It's just pathetic and sad. And, and then they said, well, he's going to work for us anyway. Without a raise.
They know where they've got me.
Yeah,
that is no reason. That is no reason to remain inhuman. Yeah. Have you got a question for me?
Yeah, Riley, I do. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I always get angry about that.
Yeah.
That guy's a great call.
He's amazing.
He's really good at it.
Hitting all the points that Riley can agree with.
Yeah. I got 2 more if you want.
Oh, please. I'm loving every second.
I want to remind the listeners, Riley, not to forget they can listen anytime. People, you can listen anytime online at Sirius.com. Just click on the Listen Online tab.
Right, people, and let me have money to get your symbols and various other products, because with that second operation on my leg and the accompanying, rehabilitation and all of that, I have to tell you, and I hate to do it, but I have to tell you that they really cleaned me out and beyond of assets and what have you. So I'm really actually suffering here. Anyway, welcome back to the _Wadden Show, and I don't.
Oh, there's a real upper.
Yeah. Get into that now. It's up to the listeners.
What operation?
Right.
He's always limping with a cane. I guess maybe something's up with his leg.
Yeah.
I know one thing. He didn't hurt himself carrying his money.
Right. Because he's pretty wiped out.
Didn't hurt himself walking to work either.
All of his assets are gone.
And what have you.
People, go to RowdyMartin.com. Get your symbols, get your books, your beer mugs, etc., etc. We need you. And also check out 𝗦𝗵rile.com. 𝗦𝗵rile.com. We love you. Thank you for being with us. And listen, tomorrow I'm probably going to call and tell them to start the paperwork anyway, because I believe that these listeners are going to keep me alive.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We love you.
What?
Well, I'm sorry.
He's re-upping?
Peace and love, everybody.
Yes, indeed. Rowdy Martin Show.
I told you, he'll be back. He was nervous.
What you should do, Howard?
Do we have a little time here or what? Oh, cool. Yeah. Cool. Well, then.
All right.
You should tell him it's $4.50 a week, but he can't do any plugs.
We're taking away the plugs.
I can't sell my mugs.
Now, what does a Riley mug look like?
I imagine it's a coffee cup with a square box on it, and instead of like a Jackie logo, it's a picture of Riley.
Or one of his stupid aliens.
Yeah, I bet you he goes to the same company Jackie goes to. No, I said, Jackie, do you really want to be the guy who sold some drunken guy at one of your club dates a mug? Because he's going to wake up the next morning, and he's going to come to, you know, and he's going to be sober, and he's going to look at that mug, maybe 4 of them, that he spent $15 a mug on.
Right.
And they're worth about $1 combined. And, you know, do you really want to be that guy who took advantage of a drunk? You go to me with a straight face. Hey, I feel real good. These mugs are really nice.
People love this stuff.
They love it.
I remember that T-shirt. The T-shirt was almost like a newspaper. It had so much writing on it. There was every ad he could think of.
Because you want to wear that.
Oh, yeah. It's so stylish to walk around plugging Jackie's stuff.
Big, giant, comical letters.
Yeah.
Like fun, whimsical letters. Jackie, Joke Man, 922 Wine.
Right.
Then would say... Jackie Joke Page.
Joke Land.
Joke
and
Land.
the phone number.
Right, phone numbers on it. like a billboard. Yeah, that's nice. And you know what? Not only are they paying me, but then they're advertising for me. That's some business plan. Oh, it used to make me insane when I'd see the amount of junk Jackie would sell people. And not like, I mean, I wasn't jealous. I was trying to tell him it sort of makes him look...
Low rent.
Yeah. You don't have to grab every dollar on the table.
Plus, you know, you were on stage, and now you're backstage or out in the hall selling tchotchkes.
And you know what he got from that part of the conversation? What he would do is, then he didn't even hire, he got some intern to sell his stuff.
But he used to do it himself. Remember, he'd then have to run out and set up his table after he got off stage.
Yeah.
The craziest story I heard recently, it's got, you know, I'm going to give Carlos Mencia the benefit of the doubt. He does a gig and then he goes in the lobby of a theater and takes pictures of people for $20.
Oh, stop it.
That's what strippers do.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like a Mencia makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, that is, how could somebody do that?
He's double dipping.
Well, yeah. I mean, how many pictures
you still got a 20 on you. I'm getting it as you walk out the door.
What are you going to make, another $300?
I don't know. Do I know Carlos Mencia?
We've had him in here, yeah. He's the mind of Mencia. He's on Comedy Central.
Yeah. He was good on the show. But
I'd be afraid to do that.
Me too.
You know. I remember I used to go see Amy Lynn do that. She had some business going. Amy Lynn, who was on our show for many years.
Yeah.
And
she was a featured dancer?
Then she'd go to... what was the name of that
Frank's
place?
Chicken Ranch.
Frank's Chicken House.
Chicken House in Manville, New Jersey. I was there once in a while.
Where you were allowed to be all nude, and guys would line up and take photographs with her.
Happily.
And these were the kind of guys who lugged coolers in so they'd have something to drink while they watched her get naked.
And it was like $20. The mom would take a Polaroid. They had it down to a science.
Yeah.
The mom would even wear a money belt. And she had a coin changer. Like the Good Humor Man? Yeah, she had a coin changer and everything. And then she would get the money. And Amy was like, I bring my mom. She's the only one I trust to handle my money. And I went, all right. It was a whole business.
And remember, there were rules, like she could touch you, you couldn't touch her, but she could put up her leg. You know, there was a whole thing that went on, and it had something to do with the price, how much access you got to her.
It was a real big deal if she put her leg up.
Yeah.
Because she got to hold the leg.
I went to Frank's Chicken House when I was like 18, me and my two friends, to see Busty Heart, quadruple M's. And we waited online.
Quadruple M's?
That's what it said in the paper.
Wow.
That's amazing.
And so we waited online, and we paid $10 each, and there was only time for one picture. So me and my buddy Deej got on one end, and my buddy Mike put his... we shot it out to see who would get the middle part, because he got to have her two tits over his eyes.
Oh, God.
It was the greatest picture. I don't know what happened, though.
Yeah. I always felt like, wow, I mean, that's a real hard life.
And then people were standing there on the edge, shaking their Polaroid, waiting to get it signed.
Yeah, that was another, I think that was another cost.
That was another cost, yeah.
Yeah, but boy, Amy had the body and the face. And
she was hot.
Oh, amazing.
Guys just wanted to stand next to her. I know I did.
You were one of the lucky ones who got not to do, have it without paying.
Well, you want to know something? I wasn't better than any other dude, because what I would do is, rather than go to Frank's Chicken House and, pay her to take a picture with her, I would go do the back of Private Parts or something, my book, and then be taking pictures with her all day.
Right.
Oh, that's Amy on the back? That's Amy.
She looks great, right?
Oh, my God. Nice tits.
Yeah, I have this thing on my desk at home. It's a friend of ours made it for me. It was when Private Parts came out. It's in Lucite. It's like this thing. It's like a small desk thing where it's the front and the back of my book.
Oh.
So Beth was sitting there today. She goes, what do you have, like a thing with you and a blonde woman?
What, you had another woman's picture on your desk?
Yeah, right. And I go, I didn't realize it was the back of the book. I go, that's Amy Lynn. That's the back of my book. I said, does it offend you? Do you want me to take that out of here? She goes, no. I just didn't know why you had on your desk a picture of you and a blonde.
Right. We just got married.
Yeah.
You got a new girlfriend.
That's what happens when you get married. Everything Beth does now, I go, see, everything changed because we're married. Last night I was all, amped up. I was looking for... No. She was, like, super tired. I go, what is with this marathon? I can't wait for the...
Oh, no, the marathon again?
That still hasn't happened?
No, it doesn't happen for another couple of weeks.
2 weeks.
And I just wrote her to ask her how that 20-mile run went, because... I didn't hear anything back. She's probably too tired to write.
But she did really super well on it.
Yeah?
She goes, I feel really good after the 20 miles. But meanwhile, she's tired. I mean, this is like a full-time gig with her.
Yeah.
But the running every minute. So I said, I can't wait for this running to be over. I said, no more running, please.
That's it for you in marathons.
I said, you're not that much fun when you're running. Good Lord. I mean, try to just be available to me 24/7. And available for my needs.
Yeah, didn't she read the contract?
Yeah.
You forgot to put that in, I think.
But then I'll turn to her and go, I said, this is a terrible marriage. And
already.
And I can't believe how things have changed since we married. And she goes, what are you talking about? I was trying to make her jealous last night.
Did you tell her about your big night out?
I said, she's going out Thursday night.
Yeah.
With her friends, these girls, a group of girls, to celebrate another girl's birthday.
Right, that's why we're countering with me, you, and Benji.
Right. So I think Beth was expecting I'd stay home and play chess or something. And instead I said, you know what, I'm going to go out.
Yeah.
Now, in the old days, I would just go to a strip club and that would her head up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're not doing that.
Nah, I'm not.
Now, what is that all about?
I think I'm not to be trusted in a strip club.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I'm
trust myself, actually.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though, being the one single guy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, you know what? I really want to keep things, I just want to keep things real.
You're being like John Hein.
Yeah. Yes.
No, he's jerking off.
No, I'm not even jerking off, but not like I would jerk off. I would jerk off, but
if we
now I have nowhere to jerk off.
If we do this, though, I'm making up for when I wasn't with you in the single days. As the one single guy there, I am really going to be aggressively, I want you all to help me chick.
Right.
I mean, a hot chick. Like, I'm taking applications.
Well, you know, they could actually get you a relationship.
No, I don't want that.
You don't want that?
Well, let me tell you. So, anyway,
Robin, what are you talking about?
So last night, we're laying in bed, and I'm just angry.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm always angry.
Oh.
So so we're laying there, and I said to Beth, you know, Thursday night I'm going out. She goes, oh, good. I was worried about you. What are you going to do? I said, well, I'm going to a restaurant. I was going to go to Nobu, but I realized now that we announced
everybody will be there.
So we're going to change that.
Yeah, there'll be a line outside.
Yeah, right.
Well, there's 3 Nobus, right?
Yeah.
Which one? It'll be hop around the Nobu.
So anyway, we'll go to all 3. Anyway,
the
so
Nobu hopping.
So I said to her, yeah, we're going to Nobu, I said, and I'm going out with Artie, Fred, J.D., who else? Benji.
Wow.
And
when does she start to get jealous?
So she looks at me, she goes, oh, that sounds so nice. Who else is going? I forget who we decided.
Sal.
No, Ross is in?
No.
I thought he was.
I don't know.
I thought you said he was in.
He said Sam.
Sam, we said?
Tim.
Oh, Tim.
Tim was out, so that Sal could be in.
Yeah,
and Sal. And I said, it's Sal. She goes, oh, that's nice. You feel bad Sal wasn't at the wedding. You're going to have Sal. I go, yeah, that's right.
Jason, you what?
No, I just...
What?
I just have your final list.
Yeah, what is it?
It was Artie, Fred, J.D., Sal, and I think that was it.
Benji.
And Benji, right, Benji.
Yeah.
That was it.
And Tim.
No,
Tim was out. You
sure?
took him out.
Tim's doing Superfan Roundtable. He can't go out.
Oh, he can't? Okay.
Right, and you said it was like 7 guys, right?
Yeah, because you wanted it short. You wanted a small list.
Yeah, maybe we better have Ross in there, though.
All right.
Do you think we need him?
I thought he was in there.
Well, he kept falling in and out.
And, well, yeah, the other guy...
But aren't you afraid if Ross is there, we'll ignore J.D. and Benji?
Well, that's going to happen anyway.
Oh.
Let me say something about J.D. I mean, yesterday was the day of your regular meeting, and so Gary leaves the wrap-up show, and John Hein was stuck with...
J.D.?
J.D. and Ronnie as his co-host.
How do you weave that in the gold?
It was a nightmare.
Horrible.
It's so funny that Robin brought this up because, you know, John usually comes in afterwards and I usually say, how did it go? And John shook his head like a lurch. He was like, oh.
Was it really bad?
It was, first of all, somebody would ask a question and John would say something and then he'd turn to J.D. as for a response. And you know J.D. can't make a sentence. And so you'd get a J.D. answer, and then he'd have to look over to Ronnie.
Ooh, that's tough.
Can you imagine? That's your show?
2 guys with incredible personalities.
And then they started fighting like 2 10-year-olds, J.D. and Ronnie. And Ronnie stalks out of the room.
Wow.
you know what?
And John had to keep breaking it up. All right, guys, enough of that. I want to get to a few more callers.
What were they fighting about?
J.D. and Ronnie can't stand each other.
Wow. I want to hear it. Sounds good.
It was hysterical.
Yeah, it sounds good.
So anyway, I
felt for John.
Let me see if I can get some clips of that. But then so I said that to Beth, and I could see that didn't get a rise out of her. So I said, she's like a big Rosie O'Donnell fan, you know? So I go, you know what I'm doing Thursday night? I'm going to Nobu with Rosie O'Donnell. She goes, what? I go, yeah. She goes, well, you just said you're going out with the guys. I go, no, I'm switching it. She goes, what are you doing? I said, I don't know, I'm aggravated.
Well,
I'm just aggravated.
Well, you should tell her you're going with Rosie Perez. Or a hot chick.
No, Rosie O'Donnell would make her more jealous.
Really?
Yeah. She goes, well, what? She was just like confused, like, what was I trying to do?
Wait a minute, 1 minute you're with the guys and now you're with Rosie?
She goes, what's going on here? I go, I don't know.
I can't make my mind up what I want to do on Thursday. I have so much to do.
I want to do something that aggravates you.
I'm going to Nobu with Rosie O'Donnell and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Right.
That would really get her. I'm having a girls' night out, too.
And
Marchesa.
A-Rod, Marchesa.
And Ingrid.
Ingrid and Marchesa and...
and Rosie.
And A-Rod and Ingrid.
And Derek Jeter.
So anyway, so she was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, don't worry, I'm going to dinner with the boys. Taking some guys out to dinner who work with me. And that was that. But I never have anything good going on when she has something good going on.
Well, see, what you have to do is get the something good going on first.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a competition. Now she's got to match. But you can't match at a late date.
Match? I got nothing going on.
Well, you could come with me.
I'm sitting eating with Benji.
Speaking of great guys' nights out, now we have to talk about the Playboy Mansion a little bit more, because I got the greatest email ever.
Which was?
All right. Gary gets an email from John Stamos. He says, tell Artie I'm going to the Playboy Mansion. I'll be with Gary Marshall. I'll keep an eye on him if he wants.
So, forget it. John can't help you.
No, but listen, John, but here's what I'm thinking. John's
going to be busy with chicks.
Well, I know.
He's not going to be looking at you.
There'll be a gaggle of broads around them, so, I mean, I'll get hit with some pussy.
Everybody in the email is accusing me again of being naive when it comes to you, and there are guys here who think you're on something,
Listen to me. I could go to the Playboy Mansion with John Stamos. I mean,
here's what it says.
80 chicks in one night. Maybe you can. I don't know.
There's a couple of people around me who are telling me I'm naive.
Yes, you are.
That Artie is, in big trouble. Listen to this. Here's an email. Please step in to intervene before Artie completely melts down and winds up in jail, rehab, or the morgue. With his billboard in Times Square promoting his first book as testament to his success, he has increasingly embraced self-destructive behaviors like excessive gambling and blowjobs from hookers in the back of limos. While it is fascinating radio, it is obviously an attempt to sabotage his own stability. We have seen this many times before with the coke binge at the start of Mad TV and Dirty Work, his excessive eating and drinking after landing his dream job on your show, and his heroin use to sink his relationship with Dana. Please urge him to follow the advice of his therapist before we see Artie's mugshot on TMZ. You think he's on something, right?
I don't know. Everybody, the whole rap is that Artie was so emotionally high the other day, but I haven't seen any of the lows. You know what I mean? In other words, he hasn't fallen asleep.
They could be happening off the air.
Yeah, but it happened on the air when it was happening.
Yeah, I'm sleeping off the air.
The thing I think about Artie is that Artie's been coming in and his hair is combed every morning, and he generally shaves, which was not going on that entire period when he was out.
Well, one thing I have noticed, he's almost chasing, he and Benji now are on the same schedule. And some days they burst through the door.
Well, yesterday we were I was around.
It's like a team of superheroes walking in.
But I want to ask Artie a question, because Artie wasn't at our meeting.
Yeah.
Artie's name came up in the meeting yesterday. You weren't there.
Oh, that's so nice.
We have some sort of show that has.
I hate it when my name comes up.
We have some sort of client that's coming on that has something to do with the truth or polygraph. So we were talking about different polygraph ideas, and somebody came up. Would you take a polygraph, whether you're on drugs or not?
Yeah, sure.
You would?
Yeah.
I said you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm not on drugs. Listen, why would I start lying to you guys right now? I mean, you know.
Stop it, Artie. You lie to us right now all the time.
Well, what are the consequences? What do I get if I win?
See, you're ruining the bit. You want to do it.
No, I do. Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah, our first choice.
You get heroin if you
You're
pay.
not getting my... All right.
You're
just not getting my hair, because that goes way back. I don't want you to tell me, like, a joint I smoked at a Rush concert in 1982.
Are there drugs you don't want us to know about?
Yeah.
You know, our first choice won't do it, Howard. The polygraph thing.
What is it?
Our first choice was Sal's wife. We wanted to ask questions about the emotional friend.
Emotional friend.
Yeah, she won't do it.
Not for money?
Nope.
Wow.
No,
Well,
5,000 wasn't enough.
What does that tell you?
We know the question, right? Is the question...
Question is, did you cheat on Sal?
Of course.
Did you sleep with a guy, the emotional friend?
And she won't take $5,000.
No. I'm not even sure. I asked Sal to just go talk to her first and let her know I'd be calling, because I hate to call out of the blue. And it's so you don't even have to tell her exactly what it's about. Just say Gary's going to be calling you, and I guess she must have got a little bit out of him. She's not interested.
Don't even bother to call.
Right.
I think you should call her anyway.
It's weird. Like, today I got a good night's sleep. I feel like, except for I'm heavier than I was, I feel like a normal person today. It's great.
She took $5,000 to shoot paintballs at Sal's ass, but she won't take a lie detector.
And didn't we pay, she came in with the 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏 thing for money.
Yeah.
She did that for money.
She would have shot Sal in the ass for nothing.
Lie detector test is one question. Did you sleep with your emotional friend?
But you know what, Howard? There's a lot more on the line when you ask that question.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she's got to go home with Sal after that, if she really did. And he doesn't want to know that, does he?
He does want to know.
He does?
Yeah,
he does.
He was really anxious
No,
for her to
he
do it.
thinks he wants to know.
Sal, did your wife talk to you about this at all when you got home?
Well, first of all, how's your uvula?
By the way, in the email it said Sal is using coke. That anybody who gets a uvula injury, it's mostly from doing coke.
Is that right?
If I could afford it, I'd do it.
Sal was doing coke. He has to rob houses.
So go ahead. What happened with your wife, and why won't she take the lie detector?
She was just adamant about it. She was just like, nope, I'm not going to do it.
$5,000.
$5,000.
You could use the money.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? She didn't sleep with him. She told us.
Well, that's what I said, but I think Robin hit it on the head. It opens a can of worms.
The only can that'll be open is if she fails.
Right.
Yeah, and if she did, and you can fail and still be innocent.
But Sal, it's good for you. Because
if she didn't do it and she fails, she's never going to be able to convince Sal.
Well,
she's telling the truth.
Are lie detector tests admissible in a divorce trial?
No.
Not even in a divorce
trial anywhere.
I thought just in a criminal trial. But you see, Dominic says, who's been doing this forever, he goes, with a pointed question, it's always right. He says, did you do this or did you not do this? When you get in
we would do this off the air. In other words,
a real
lie detector.
Situation.
Where she'd sit down and the result would be read on the air. Where it'd be one question. First they give you a bunch of test questions. Is your name so-and-so? Are you married to Sal Governal? Are you this or you that? And then finally, the money question. Bam. Did you sleep with your emotional friend? Or even more so, did you your emotional friend?
Right. And you could actually have the guy's name in a private situation.
Right, in a private situation.
That you really get the reaction to everything.
And all she has to say is yes or no.
Oui ou non.
And then she takes the money.
And then she gets $5,000.
See?
And then
So she doesn't even have something to split with Sal.
So let me get this straight. She goes out. She bangs a guy behind my back. She comes on the air.
She gets rewarded for it.
She gets rewarded. She humiliates me and says, hey, Sal, this guy.
Right.
Give me the check. I'm going to the mall.
Right.
Where does that leave me?
That's your problem.
That's why I'm saying you
see the mastermind behind all this, Howard Stern? This is the man I'm going out to dinner with tomorrow.
Why? You don't want
the man who's willing to pay my wife $5,000 to admit to the world that another man.
I'll tell you what you get out of it.
Okay.
You get the truth.
But the truth is
Don't you want it?
No, I don't.
You don't want to know.
Well,
what if we do the test and never tell him?
I'd want to know if Beth some guy.
No, you wouldn't.
Well, sure I would.
No, you wouldn't. You would hope against hope that it never happens.
Man.
And if you did know, you could never forgive her.
Right.
Even though you love her. And it would tear apart your heart and this relationship.
And you see, I've said the same thing. I've been through this.
If we did a lie detector and we find out your wife the guy, would you divorce her?
No.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No.
Oh, then you shouldn't find out.
Because I've made up my mind already. I've said this several times, that emotionally I felt betrayed, whether she or not.
Oh, Sal, you're a way better man than I am, brother. That's an evolved...
Well, you know what? When you have a family and you have 3 beautiful sons like I do, and, you know, you want to make things work, you're going to do whatever you can.
I've seen your family. You got 2 beautiful sons. One of them's a little iffy. Secondly, I'm kidding.
Which one?
The one Artie ate.
No, I'm kidding.
He tasted a little iffy.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
But listen, I think that you deeply want to know that, and you're lying right now.
You know what I've done to make it better on me? I've said to myself, it happened.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it can't get any...
That makes you feel better.
It can't get any worse.
Like when you
unless a videotape comes out next week.
As Artie just said, you're a better man than I am. Because, dude, I got to tell you something. I don't care how many beautiful boys I have at home. If I find out that Beth cheated on me,
right,
it's over.
It's got to be over.
I want to be with a woman that's faithful to me.
Well, it happens. We all have our faults.
She's being faithful now.
How do you know? Well, we could ask her that, too.
Yeah,
you want to know that?
Yeah.
You know...
Would you be happy with that question instead?
Have you been faithful to Sal since the breakup of 143?
I think she has been.
You think, but you don't know.
I don't.
Ask her if she'll answer that question instead of the other question.
You say you think she has been, but aren't you still spying on her?
Not anymore, no.
Liar.
Well, I stopped after round 3. That was it.
Round 3?
What was round 3?
We only ever thought it went to round 2.
Well, I'm not talking about round 3.
Oh.
What was round 2,
Did you hire a PI?
Round 2 was here.
No, round 1 was when he found out something was going on. Round
With the phone, yeah.
Round 2 is when I think he was launching some sort of investigation, but I didn't know about a round 3.
Round 3 is when Hagler knocked out Hearns. Remember that?
What is round 3, if I may ask?
No, there was a little bit of a relapse that happened a while ago.
Oh, what?
Oh,
yeah.
She started 143 in again?
Yeah. And then... This was after everything.
Wow.
Are we still in round 3?
No, we're definitely done.
I mean, she started jonesing for the dude again, and then...
well, you know...
She started texting again?
Something like that. You know, we cleaned it up. That's all I can say.
Would you kill the guy?
No.
God, man, that is... Oh, dude. You know
how do you clean something like that up?
You just do.
He took away the cell phone.
Right. Now she's using the carrier pigeon.
How did you find out?
So this is her attempt at getting something going.
Well, but then I would tell her... Can I say something, John? That's what irks me with this whole thing, with this whole thing she's doing, because as soon as Howard started to hammer about it, she brought us into it and like trying to make us the bad guys also. Like we're doing something wrong because he's hammering her.
Or we're providing the same amount of entertainment or whatever.
Well, she went flat out and said, you know, hey, she's not doing anything less or more than Ronnie and JD are doing.
That's not true.
What do you do?
I host a show.
And that's what she's doing. She's hosting.
Yeah, but she's not hosting. And
there's nothing beyond her hosting.
She's not introducing, like I'm introducing 𝗛cie. I'm introducing JD, or he's introducing me, or whatever. I'm introducing.
So you want credit for introducing JD? That's
a
what you
show
do?
needs an MC, okay? That's what I started off doing.
There's nothing beyond the MC.
I never said I was.
What do you do, Dopey?
Dude, I was
Fuck
never.
off. Get out of here.
I was never said I was a fucking comedian.
No, but
in this whole thing.
Will's making a point here.
Right.
I mean, Lisa is hosting the
He's not
event,
making a point. He's
being
being
the
an
MC.
asshole.
No, she is.
But what is she giving with it? A cupcake?
Yes.
For $103.
Well, you could talk to
Come
Lisa.
on.
It's okay. So I'll play devil's advocate. It's there's women who listen to the show who may not want to go to the block party because
Okay.
it's a little racy for them.
Right.
They're more in Lisa's sort of thinking. They'd like to hang out with Lisa, talk about what it's like to be a woman on the Howard Stern show, and they'd like to. It's a small gathering, like a cocktail party, not a drunken party like the block party is.
It's a symposium,
Fine.
if you
But don't knock. Why knock us though? Because he's hammering her. Why bring us into it?
I'll tell
what
you
do we
why.
have to do with it?
This is my theory. You guys tell me if I'm off here. I think she brings it in because she feels like you and Scott and JD and other people are kind of on the same level as she is, and if you guys can do it, why can't I do it?
Because
she brought me into it too for the same reason, I think.
But the difference is, John, we are doing a show. What she is doing is not a show. It's showing up at a bakery and hanging out with fans. That's not a show. That's a Q&A. That's a town hall meeting.
But okay, so I'll jump on that one, and I'll say there's plenty of people who go to college campuses, and that's all they do is a Q&A.
That's fine. That's fine, but don't pull in a comedy show and say this is the same exact thing that I'm doing. It's not. It's just not. There's a show. There's content.
Aaron and Dayton, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, good afternoon again. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to comment. I mean, during the fight week, of course, we heard that Stuttering John got his ass reamed by Howard for going out, using the show for personal gain. And at this point in the game, everybody on the show, I mean, with the exception of you, John, I mean, you was, somewhat famous beforehand, but everybody at this point, using the show for personal gain and monetary value. But, and of course, at this, what I'm getting at is, I'm sure she's not making a whole lot of bread, and she's putting at a point where she's, giving a little bit to charity. She's also, paying for a venue. She's probably paying for the wine and all that shit, and she's also like Gary said, part of the show. So
all right, so Aaron's sort of defending Lisa here.
We pay for a venue.
Yeah, I mean, she's good. That's a weird thing to say because whatever she's paying for or not paying for, she will walk away with a profit of some sort.
She has no
Dude, when we
overhead,
do the
really.
block party shows, we pay for a venue.
Of course.
So, I mean...
here's a question John and I were kicking around today. If Lisa said, I'm going to be at the coffee shop, for $100 you can come and you get a cupcake and everything, and I'm going to play the violin for an hour.
Okay.
Would that change your perception of what she's doing?
That's a concert. That's a concert.
Absolutely. At least she's doing something other than having, 30 people show up and then just sit around and schmooze with them.
Anthony, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's going on? I'm a big 𝗛cie fan. I mean, I'm a stand-up comedian. I moved out here to PA from California, and just the transition there. But she's promoting the show because she is bringing. She's using the Stern Show as saying, I'm bringing the female listeners and trying to make money off that. Because the block party is just completely different from what she's trying to do. She doesn't have an act. So she's using the show to get the female listeners out there to make money. I mean, she's got to rent a car.
But why is that wrong? I'm just going to play devil's advocate. Why, if you could say that 𝗛cie and Ronnie are using the show to get male listeners to come out and see male-based humor, even though there's a lot of women there as well. So if Lisa feels she's going to talk to female listeners, why is that wrong?
But why does she have to make money of it? If she's there to support the show and want a gig, she should be able to be like, hey, I'm 𝗦𝗵cie, come, get listeners to be more attracted to her, not because I need to make some money.
Why should the guys from the block party make money? Shouldn't they just be? Julie's a comedian. Should
because
be out there for the joy of making people laugh?
Also, would it matter to you?
I pay money to go see the block party. I pay money to go see the block party. I was up in Canada, and I saw the block party. It was fucking awesome. It was fun.
But you haven't
Anthony, people don't have to spend money to go to Lisa's event. They just won't go.
Right. The reason I wanted to pick up his call is because he said Lisa's scamming people. And I think that's a poor choice of words because I think Lisa's being very upfront about what she's doing. I don't think there's any scam involved.
Well, you know what? We should get Jason down here because he said that he feels like she's scamming people big time.
But she's being very upfront about it. I mean, I don't think anybody who pays can't walk away surprised with what they're getting.
What were you going to say, Benji?
Well, would it matter? As I said before, I don't think there's anything wrong, and I think Lisa could say she's putting on an event in a different kind of way, but she's still putting on an event. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, except I felt she was being very hypocritical towards when she was criticizing me. But would you guys say it's any different if, let's say, this cupcake place hired her for an appearance and they paid her?
I think that's different because you're not taking money from the listeners.
Right.
That's a huge difference right there. In other words, the cupcake place paid her. She goes there. Listeners can come for free and meet Lisa. And I think you sort of get the same result, but you're not taking money from the listeners.
And I don't think the event itself rubbed people the wrong way. I think the price she came up with, I think, might have rubbed a few people the wrong way.
And the word I keep hearing, too, from some people is that there seems to be a sense of entitlement, but I'm not sure for what. Like, Lisa's entitled to make money off the show, or I'm not sure what people think Lisa's entitled to do. But Jason's here. And, Jason, we were just talking about how there was a caller on the line who said he felt that Lisa was scamming people. And I said, well, she's definitely not. That's a poor choice of words. She's being very upfront about what she's doing, but you say she's scamming. So,
well, I wouldn't use scamming means like, yeah, she's lying to somebody. I think she's exploiting. I think she's ripping off. I think that she is. We have a fan base that will pay money to be part of the show. Like going to see 𝗛cie𝗄𝗿𝗍's thing. Now, you could say, first of all, I don't even like the fact that their show has been lumped in with this Lisa G thing. They are so two totally separate things, I think it's unfair to them to even lump it in. Lisa made a name for herself from this show in the last 10 years, 5 years, on this show.
7 years.
7 years.
But Lisa will tell you that she was been in New York radio for 23 years before this.
Yes, but she is not going on other radio shows to promote this. She's promoting Lisa G, as far as I know, from the Howard Stern show, to go and sit and pay money and see her. To me, that is using the goodwill that Howard has built up with the fan base and is exploiting that. And Howard, who is our boss, can put his name on anything and sell it and make money on it. Stephen King could put his name on any piece of crap book and sell it and make money off it. But they have integrity, and they care more about their fans than Lisa does.
So why is this getting under your skin so much, Jace? Because you were, like, fuming back
Because
there.
I know this is going to sound corny, but I love our fans. Like, I really do. I was one of them, and I know how easy it is if you wanted to. Will and I don't know if we have the same draw as Lisa, but Will and I can go out and do this too. We could say, hey, come spend $100 and hang out with me and Will. We're not doing anything. We're just hanging out. I personally think it's disgusting to do something like that.
Well, you and Will?
I don't want to speak for you, Will.
Actually, I'll be at Belmont on Saturday. If you want to buy me free beers, I'm more than open to that.
All right. I think she hasn't earned the right to do what she's doing. I think that she's doing something that, despite people comparing it to the block party and other events, that isn't even in the same league as those things. And quite frankly, I'm surprised by a lot of what Howard's let go over the years compared to where he was 10, 15 years ago.
Chuck, you're on the wrap-up show.
How's it going, John?
Hey, Chuck, it's JD's dad. Chuck, who wants to chime in? Is this about the Facebook thing, or is this about the Lisa G thing?
He wants the exact address to Facebook.
I won't stay on too long. First, I enjoyed your show on the fast food Mania thing the other day. That was great.
Thank you. Thanks for. I appreciate someone in the Harmeyer family watching the show. Thank you.
I haven't been able to listen too much to the show, but I wanted to let everybody know that this Friday night I'm gonna be at the Fridays in Westchester, and for $50 you can get whatever appetizer you want, and we'll tweet.
Hey, Chuck, if I come to you, can I look at like JD's like grammar school pictures and stuff? Can you bring all that crap?
Sure.
Some of his report cards.
It's going to be the eat and tweet. And
Chuck, I'm taking from your comments that you think what Lisa's doing isn't right.
I think it's hilarious. That anybody would actually pay, but but
guys, the event's going to be
make some money out of it. More power to her.
But so how about the argument that Lisa's really upfront with what she's doing? She's saying exactly what it is. I mean, why do you think somebody's being taken advantage of in the sense that they don't? Somebody says, "Hey, I want to meet Lisa G. I'm willing to pay that kind of money."
You're taking advantages of people's passion to this show that she had. Of course, a part of in it because she works here and contributes to the show. But this isn't this is.
But you're not going to meet. You're not going to meet Howard. That's a given.
But someone could think that there's one person closer to Howard, and
it doesn't
somehow
matter.
They'll work themselves in.
You've been with the show since the very beginning. Again, I just remember, and I'm a crazy fan. I admit it. I was a crazy fan, just like half the people who have been hired here. And I would have paid untold amount of money to meet you or to meet, Sal, or I would have waited in line, or got excited to meet High Pitch Eric. And yes, at the end of the day, there's really no one to blame but the person partying with their money who chooses to go to this thing. But she is putting the minimal amount of effort into it. Like even what you were describing, the Chuck stat, if he brought pictures of JD, that's already providing more content than Lisa G is providing.
And the report card's an extra.
Steve and I were joking the other day, maybe we should sell tickets to us arguing about TV shows. We argue about TV shows all the time. Again, that's still providing more content than what Lisa G appears to be providing at this stupid thing where she is telling our fans asking our fans to pay money to meet me. She's being very upfront. 10% of the net is going to charity, and that's very generous of her. But I just think it's exploitative. I think it's as exploitative as if Howard started putting out junk with his name on it.
Chuck, I gotta let you go because there's a bunch of people on the horn. Anything else you want to say?
Give me the horn. Give me the horn.
I enjoy the show. Have a good day.
Thanks, Chuck. Go check out the Pirates take on the Reds. Ralph Cirella, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, now.
Hi,
Ralphie. This is all very muddy. I mean, if you allow for one, you have to allow for all. I mean, whether it's money for a cupcake or money to see a train wreck, it's what people want to pay. And I don't see why Lisa is being, who's Jason to decide what her appearing somewhere is worth to somebody?
Well, Ralph, the reason why this whole thing started is because Howard says it bothers him and he doesn't know why. So you're pretty close to Howard. Why do you think it bothers him?
Well, listen, I know what Jason's saying in the sense of like, hey, she's not doing much. She's just coming there and showing up. But you know what? That's what an evening with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby just shows up. Maybe people want to go there for Lisa's personality. Maybe she's going to give recipes. I don't know what the fuck she's going to do there, but I don't know how that's any different than the block party.
But you don't know how that's different than the block party.
Hold on.
No, I don't.
We'll explain that in a second. But all that being said, Ralph, Gary's question is a good one. Like, why does this get under Howard's skin versus the block party, versus the TV shows, versus Benji's song,
Bill
versus
Cosby,
all the other stuff? Why do you think this is irking Howard?
Because this isn't, but maybe because the block party is such a train wreck that it provides content on the show. Ronnie goes out there and acts like an idiot, and then you've got tape of it, and Howard TV is filming it, and it provides content for the Howard Stern show. But I think it just sends signals to you can't allow one and not allow the other.
Like,
who are you guys to sit there and decide? Like, okay,
well, first of all, we don't. Howard does.
Yeah, but Ralph, wouldn't you agree that? And I was going to get into this a little bit, but you brought it up. Wouldn't you say on this show there's different rules for different people?
Absolutely, yeah.
So then when you say you have to allow for one, you have to allow for another, really, Howard's running a monarchy. He has to allow for whatever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, Artie used to get away with crap that none of us could get away with.
That's right.
And because he was Artie.
Yeah, and that worked out really well.
Well, I'm just saying that's what happens under that. Anybody could do whatever anybody wants rule.
What Artie was allowed to get away with business-wise had nothing to do with what happened
No,
here.
he got away with a ton of stuff here that we got. If I slept in the office as much as he slept on the air, I don't think I would have been treated with the same kid gloves.
Absolutely, because you're not as funny as Artie.
No, I'm not. Right. The people are treated differently here.
Yeah. And that just doesn't work well. It just sends out a bad message to everybody.
But again, I fundamentally disagree with you. I think Ronnie's block party does skirt the line of what Howard used to be angry about in the day when John and Gary tried to go out to do stuff and Howard didn't want it to become the traveling Howard Stern show. And I do think it comes up against that line. But at the end of the day, you know, they're promoting their comedy show. People are buying tickets to their comedy show. I don't know. To me, it's completely different than having a lovely chat with coffee.
I will agree that it's different. I don't know if it's completely different. I mean, I think what bothers you is Lee's just looking for a way to make money.
Ralph, would you buy a ticket to just see JD and Ronnie, but no comedy?
I wouldn't even do that.
Me, Gary. Last question: is Howard going to put an end to all this stuff?
It's getting to be rubbing up against that area. Hard to say.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, there was a lot of talk about Sal shockingly screwing up a game again. And this is one of those situations where Sal doesn't think he's wrong, is told that he's wrong, and then realizes that he's wrong and tries to explain himself, which he can't do. So we heard Sal tell the story about how it was unfair of Howard to call him a sucker. Now joining us on the wrap-up show, the great Sal Governale, who said, Howard, you're a sucker at least 20 times today. Actually, Sal, you refused to say it.
That's right.
Those were the drops being played, but...
Why won't you repeat?
Why wouldn't I say it?
Yeah, repeat after Howard.
Because I wouldn't. It wasn't true. If I did something where he felt like a sucker, I would have said it.
Sal, do you feel like the show was used at all in order for you to get those teeth? Or do you think they're two independent things?
Yes, absolutely. I made that perfectly clear on your wrap-up show last time. I said it's inevitable. There's certainly a bartership deal. People are not stupid. The guy was a fan of the show. And I certainly got a break because he was a fan, which is understandable.
But we discussed it wasn't a break.
Right, then the break comes back and bites you on the ass. Nothing is ever really a break. There's a price to be paid, whether it's monetarily or getting the shit kicked out of you by Howard Stern. There's a price to pay, and I've learned it the hard way.
Sal and I talked a little bit today. I was explaining that some of the money was for the actual physical things needed to do this, and the rest of the money was free.
Yeah.
So Sal didn't really get a break. He really got the dental work for free.
Right.
And I explained to him that, as Sal said, nobody gives you something for free for nothing. They're always looking for something.
Let me take a step back on this. Sal, do you feel you were unfairly blamed for the problems with the Bigfoot game? Because that's how this all started.
At first, I thought I was. But listen, I'm the one who created the game. The glitch was there. Guilty as charged.
But you said you double-checked it. What did you mean by that?
I double-check all my work. In this particular case, and I don't know why. I don't know why I do these things, but I always give my...
That seems to be the mantra this week. I heard Tim saying that earlier in the week.
It's almost like, how people have a guardian angel? I have like a guardian bully. When I'm going...
A black cloud?
Yeah, when I'm going in the right direction, somebody's kicking me in the balls, just throwing my mind off a little bit, because I always give my CDs to Scott to double check. And like when Howard asked me, did Scott double check this one? I said no. And that's when it hit me. I'm like, he didn't double check this one. I did, but inevitably it was a screw up on my part.
It's always better to give your stuff to Scott, because then when it screws up, you could blame Scott.
Right.
What happened was there was a glitch. You saw it. Then you went back and saw that there was a track there. But what we figured out is that Bigfoot's answer was so short right?
Mm-hmm. It didn't register as a track.
It was a track, but it just goes from one track to the next so quickly, which Richard knew, and he said, Sal just sort of forgot you got to add a little time.
And by the way,
yes,
to say something nice about Scott Salem, that's the kind of crap he really catches.
Right.
Like, I gave him all the impression stuff, and he called me in, he's like, wow, the levels on this are really off on one of them, and we listened to it, and I'm like, good call, and he fixed it, and, that's...
And
That's
that was my mistake. So I took back that game and double checked that one, and I had Scott check it. As a matter of fact, I went to Gary today and I said, Gary, give me all the games back. So I'm going through every single game right now as well.
There was a great moment though where the game fucked up, so I just start yelling Sal to just see where he is. Sal was on his way in, but Howard did play the answer, but Sal didn't realize there was a fuck-up. So Sal starts yelling at me, you owe me a fucking apology, asshole. Fuck you.
Wait, can I just say, could I have my headphones on? You guys went from 0 to 1,000. The second Howard said that this isn't working.
There's a reason why.
Before, you guys were yelling so loud at each other that you couldn't hear Howard screaming about who do I have to blame. And I didn't know what was going on. You came out with...
It was definitely like a sibling moment.
What happened was I just yelled Sal as loud as I could to see where he was.
I was coming around the bend. I was by the Howard TV room. I saw what happened. I'm like, whoa. Came around the bend, and Gary goes, Sal, where the fuck are you? What's going on? I go, Gary, and then I heard, as I was coming, I heard Howard fix it. I heard the track come through. I'm like, all right, it was a Howard issue, with the CD player. I go, Howard just fixed it, Gary. How about an apology? So Gary looks at me and goes, fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I started hearing everything.
So then Gary sits in his office. I go, how about an apology for that? And Gary goes, go fix your teeth, asshole. I go fix your fucking teeth. And all of a sudden, waiter, Sal, Howard wants you. It is fucked up. I'm like, oh, God, no.
All I hear over my head...
So this whole argument was going on over attitudes, and in the end, I was called into the studio thinking I was victorious, and boom.
But what you didn't realize when you were in the studio,
you still didn't realize you were wrong.
You didn't realize you were wrong, and Gary is screaming.
Yeah.
He's deflecting. He's deflecting. And I mean, you were charged up, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, he was trying to make it go somewhere else, but you didn't realize you were wrong. So you were... No, Howard, I don't know what you're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting there going, oh, my God, Sal's really digging the hole deeper because he doesn't know he's wrong yet.
Yeah.
How did you not know you were wrong, though? Like, in what?
Well, I was arguing with Gary. I got called in, and I thought Howard called. I thought somebody sent up a note that Gary and Sal are fighting over the track. So in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to go in, and then Gary's going to get called in, and Gary apologized to Sal. Here I am thinking it's going to be that way.
And by the way, I just want to say, the desperation move if I'm beating you is you bring up the sleeping.
I know, dude. That was 4 years. I mean, how old is that?
Hey, listen, where am I going to go?
I get it. Yeah. I get it. You're drowning and you grab at anything.
Anything.
But what really, I think, really changed it was, one, I think Howard saw your point a little bit, and I think you were starting to cry.
No, I wasn't.
That's why I ran in.
I got worked up, but I certainly wasn't starting to cry.
I wasn't going to run in with the camera until I looked at the monitor and saw how worked up you were. And I'm like, I better get the fuck in there.
What was bringing you to tears? The fact that Howard thought you were lying, or
were you emotional in any way?
Sal, you were over the top at a certain point.
It was the whole sucker thing, and he said you outsmarted me. I would never. That's just
impossible.
Well, no, it's not. It's impossible to outsmart Howard Stern, in my opinion. Yes, in any capacity.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So. And he kept going with that and the whole Howard Sucker thing. And I'm like, this is just crazy. And that's why I just snapped.
And he threatened to break up you and Richard. And I know to you that's blasphemy, but it seemed like it might be going there.
If it goes there, it goes there. And you know what? You'll see the results. Rich and I are a think tank. We work every day. We bounce ideas off of each other. We work great together. It's like breaking up Captain and Tennille.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah,
Sal,
actually, they got divorced, and she had a much better career.
Sal, if this happens,
it's like breaking up Donnie Marie.
Keep your mouth shut, because the way Howard described it on the air, you will be getting your own office, and Richard will be sharing an office with Scott.
I would hate that. I would hate.
You would rather share with Scott?
I would be in a bathroom with Richard. I would be in a dumpster with Richard.
But if you and Richard together isn't an option, wouldn't you rather be alone than be paired up with Scott the engineer?
I don't know. My brain can't even go there. That's like saying you're separating a child from me. I'm not kidding.
Are you ready
You're
for
a grown man?
Are you ready for a world, say in 3.5 years, where the show ends and everybody has to go out and do their own thing. Are you and Richard going out as a team, or are you going to go out and do your own thing?
It all depends. If we want it, right now we're planning as a team, but we also can do our own thing as well.
Let me tell you something from experience. If you're a team, one of you end up stabbing each other in the back. It's just what happens when two guys at work team up on something.
And live together.
I don't know about that.
Another old friend of the show. You gonna have a stupid comment about that?
No, I have no stupid comment.
All right, just asking.
Only intelligent.
Oh, okay. You have an intelligent comment about that?
A rock and roll legend.
Okay. And an old friend of the show.
Okay.
All right. And we're gonna bring him in.
Well, what's his name?
Joe Walsh.
You're rusty, man.
You're old.
I'm old. Says the guy in the tinted glasses. Mr. Joe Walsh, welcome back, sir.
Thank you. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Got a new album out?
Got a new album out.
Analog Man.
One of the rare times I didn't stay up all night to come into the show.
So you're feeling fresh.
Slept. That should impress Howard.
Right here, sir.
Okay. There we go.
So you're feeling fresh. You're raring to go.
I'm fresh and I'm ready to go. I hope he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I bet he's really nervous right now.
You guys are old friends. You guys have been...
We're old friends from golly. I don't want to figure out how old.
But the new album's called Analog Man?
Analog Man. First album in 20 years.
All right. We'll see you in the studio.
Okay. Good to be here.
He looks good. Like his skin is good. But I'm saying for a guy who's been through what he's been through.
Right. It's pretty amazing.
And he looks great.
It's almost unfair. Because,
he looks
like,
really...
I would have done all that, too.
That's right. He looks really healthy.
Yeah, like he works out, I think.
But, I mean, he had a long time of, fucking up his body.
Analog Man is his first solo album in 20 years. He says his wife is the one that got him back in the studio. It's Ringo Starr's sister-in-law, by the way, his wife of 3 years.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah. He sounds very happy, he's healthy, he's sober, he loves his new wife, everything's great.
Do you almost think musically, like Joe's in his own sort of genre, like, I was thinking about this, that just to discuss a little bit, like, he's not like a Led Zeppelin guy. He's not like...
He's not huge. He's not like a super... But right. He's been in a super group. Yeah. But he's been big on his own.
But he's overlooked, kind of.
Oh, yeah. Like, when you talk about the top 10 greatest guitarists of all times, why Joe's name is... it's always like Buddy Guy. Yeah. It's a lot of old black guys.
I think a lot of people took him out of the running because he was such a goof.
That's right. Right. No, he did act goofy for a long time.
Sorry, go ahead.
He talks about how he talks to Ringo Starr for advice. He's very unaffected by his fame. Mm-hmm. Stevie Nicks, clearly sounds like she's still in love with him. She says that they broke up because they both had heavy cocaine addictions. But basically says he was the love of her life, and he's the only man she'll ever really love.
Something like that. It was pretty quiet. I mean, I heard it. But
I knew about the Don Henley thing, but I never knew about her and Joe.
Joe, come on in. Joe Walsh from the legendary
Eagles, of course. Look at you.
Gary's salivating over here.
You look good, my man. Take a seat. Hi, how are you?
He looks real good.
Good to see you. Yeah, he does look good. You know, you look good. Are you amazed? Like, you know, you're so healthy now. You look terrific. You look like a different man from the guy I knew back when.
I am.
You are a completely different man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's strange even being in the room with you now because it's a whole different energy. I never
That's
knew.
because I didn't stay up all night.
Well, I never knew the Joe I was going to get.
Yeah.
Do you ever go back and look at your old appearances, whether it's on this show or wherever you were, where you were really completely fucked up and you were drinking? I don't even know back then. Were you just drinking or were you coking and heroin and
whatever you had?
Really? It was
what I did.
Right.
Till you were out, and then I left.
Did you ever figure out, to be serious, did you ever figure out what it was that kind of made you crazy enough to want to destroy your body and destroy your mind? There had to be something really behind that, right?
Well, being an alcoholic.
No, but I'm saying there's a reason one becomes an alcoholic, don't you think? Or do you think it's just a disease that randomly hits somebody? I always think there's some psychological basis that your father was even, like, maybe it goes back to your parents.
It is probably hereditary, yeah. But I tell you what happened for me.
Right.
I wrote some songs that were pretty good.
Right.
When I was high. James Gang Rides Again came out, did really good.
Right.
Made that when I was high. So I made a mistake of thinking it was a winning formula.
Right.
I played some concerts in front of people when I was high, and they loved you. Well, they were high too. But,
right.
You know, yeah. but then later, you know, when I didn't do an album, when I did an album that didn't do so good, I thought, well, I'm not nearly high enough.
Right.
Oh.
And I chased it. Robin.
Hey.
Hi.
But was it the kind of thing where you see, you strike me as a happy-go-lucky kind of guy, but the truth is you're not, because all of that stuff what you're describing is a guy who really wants to be successful. That success was so important to you that you said, oh, I know the winning formula. I'll drink, I'll get high, and then I'll write great music. So it really did matter to you whether you were successful or not. You weren't sort of a happy-go-lucky guy. Maybe it was a reaction to, oh, my God, maybe this will be the secret to my success. You were really hungry for success.
Very subtly.
Yeah.
All of that stuff convinces you that you can't do anything without it.
Right.
And it's got you.
You think that's it?
Yeah.
It's that simple?
Yeah.
You don't think it was your relationship with your parents? I mean, I don't know what it was like for you living at home.
I don't know. You know, every case is different. If you grew up in an alcoholic family, chances are you're going to be alcoholic.
Your mom and dad were alcoholics?
There's always that at different times, yeah.
Right. So when you see drinking as part of the family life, it doesn't seem like such a bad thing to be doing.
When I grew up, it was the 50s, and we would have these family picnics, and everybody drank.
Including you.
My aunts drank, my uncles drank, my cousins drank. If you were an adult, adults drank.
Right.
That was just the norm when I was a kid. And it occurred to me that my whole family probably has been rip-roaring drunk for the last 500 years.
Right.
That was just the norm.
How hard was it for you to get sober?
Hardest thing I ever did.
Yeah, and now you're happy, right? I hear reports on you, because I care about you, and when I hear you're so happy now, I really do get happy for you, because, you know, think about all your contemporaries. A lot of guys died who were even less fucked up than you.
A lot of guys we know aren't around anymore.
Yeah. Who you thinking about that didn't make it? I'm thinking
𝗛𝗵cie.
Kennison.
Right.
And
Keith Moon.
And it's kind of sad, too, because if you get that second chance, if you live long enough and you kind of get sober, you go, wow, you think about those guys. They were cut down in their prime.
Yeah.
And do you think music... See, I happen to think you're one of the greatest guitar players, and I'm not saying it because you're here, but I do. I think the riffs and the songs you came up with were brilliant, especially James Gang stuff, and then when you went to the Eagles, I felt you really improved that band like tenfold. But yet, do you think... when it comes to, I don't know, the rock and roll intelligentsia, whoever they are, but do you think, well, critics, do you think, yeah, do you think you get criticized or you're not thought of right up there in the upper echelon because your past behavior, because you were so drunk and so outrageous? Do you think that your legend got kind of knocked down to a degree? Were you taken less seriously?
I'm not really concerned with that.
But you are. Because you're the guy who sat there and drank because you destroyed your own body because you thought that was the formula for success. So you do care about your place in history, right? Musically.
Yeah, but I'm not done yet.
No, I know you're not. But I'm saying, I don't, when I see the list in Rolling Stone of the top 10 guitarists in the world.
Joe's not on it?
Yeah, and I don't quite know why. You really are. Do you still practice your guitar every day?
Yeah.
It's that important to you?
I try and play every day, yeah.
Is it true you take guitar lessons to this day? That you still take guitar lessons?
I'll sit down with somebody, yeah. I'll sit down with somebody and ask them, how in the world do you play that? Like Brad Paisley.
Right.
I'll sit down with him and say, hey, man.
Why is that? Because you can't figure out how he did that?
Well, probably, but it saved me 5 or 6 hours if I just ask him.
But does anyone ever come to you and say, hey, Joe, teach me how to play? Teach me how to do that?
Not really, but
does that bother you? Bothers me. You're the guy who should be giving guitar lessons, not getting guitar lessons.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Who does he think is the greatest?
Who are your heroes musically? I've never asked you that. You were always too drunk. Couldn't get a straight answer out of you. Do you have musical heroes?
No, I had heroes then. They were just different ones.
Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Seriously, who are your heroes?
Well, the guy that's the grandfather of us all is Les Paul.
Right. The guy who really invented the guitar, the electric guitar, right?
The pickup and echo and multi-track recording.
Did you get to know him?
I knew Les, yeah.
Yeah. Were you happy with the inventions and what he did to the guitar? Because you're a guy who in your new album you talk about analog, man. You can't stand all the new technology. It's kind of like I'm just a regular guy. I don't know from all this technology.
Well, I'm not against it. I'm not an old analog fart who came out of the woods.
Right.
I don't think analog's better. It's just, you got to admit.
But you're upset with technology. You don't like now in the Eagles that your fellow Eagle members sit in a studio and they use all these Pro Tools and everything else. It actually slows down the music-making process.
It changes it.
It makes it more complicated.
Easier. Here's two things it does, okay?
Okay.
One is you can fix anything.
Which is
bad.
I think.
Temptation to fix everything.
You lose the soul of the music, don't you?
If we'd had Pro Tools when we were doing Hotel California, we'd still be working on Hotel California.
Because what you're saying is Hotel California has imperfections, so to speak. And those imperfections are kind of the cool things about it.
The charm.
Human.
And so when you get in the studio now with the Eagles, they sit and go, wait a second, that note's just a little bit out of tune or it's a little bit off. Let's fix it.
We've always been like that to some degree.
Right.
But the great temptation with Pro Tools is to go ahead and fix everything when you don't need to.
Do you have enough of a voice in that band? I know you've got to sort of watch your P's and Q's with some of the band members, but do you have enough of a voice in that band to say, guys, stop. We're in a studio. What made us great, why Hotel California works, is because there are mistakes on it. It's not a perfect piece of music. Nothing is.
Well,
but it's real.
I wouldn't single out the Eagles.
You say they all do it.
Everybody does it.
But you are in the Eagles.
It's a hazard of Pro Tools. It's a hazard of digital technology. There's one other thing I want to say.
Yeah.
The temptation with digital technology is to start with a drum machine.
Right.
That's virtual.
Yes.
And put that down. And then build up the track with virtual instruments, which are all in the computer, and build up the thing like a kit.
And it never sounds quite as good.
No. In the old days, you got some guys in a room, you mic'd them, and you pushed record, and you got the performance.
Right, and isn't there something that comes out of that performance when a guy's sitting there, a drummer live, and all of a sudden he goes, wait a second, I have an idea. What if I hit it this way? Or you go, wait, I got a better riff. Or that's the magic of being in the studio with a bunch of guys.
That's rock and roll from 1954 to 1962.
But when you recorded the last Eagles album, and by the way, the album did well. I mean, there was an experiment, too. You sold it through Walmart, and it sold really, really well. And this is a tough day and age to sell music.
Yeah.
So the experience for you was not the same. Were you all in the studio at the same time, or was it all done with building it up one at a time?
There's a temptation,
right,
to do it that way.
Do you put up a protest in the band, or you just go along with the flow?
I go along with the flow. We do it various ways depending on what we're trying to accomplish.
Is it liberating now that you have a solo record out because you don't have to deal with the, I'm not going to call it nonsense, but the politics of the Eagles? Is it a liberating experience for you to go in and do it your way?
It's what do I say? Yeah, but I mean, for all of us, I mean, Don's down in Nashville
doing his own thing,
recording. Glenn made an album.
But for you get to do it your way now.
I get to do it my way, yeah.
Is there a part of you that goes, I'll show these fucking guys how an album should be made?
Nah.
Never.
Nah.
There's no anger there, no bitterness.
Nah.
Have you given up all your friends from the old days? In other words, you used to come in with a boatload of characters that were hanging around. I'm talking about the days when you got
my entourage.
You had an entourage of guys who could drink you under the table. You know, there was the bass player, Rick the bass player. Are you done with those guys? Are they bad influences, so to speak, on you, or triggers for you?
Well, Rick's exempt.
Right.
He plays with Neil Young now.
Yes.
He's cleaned up. He's doing great.
That's good.
For him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to change all your friends.
I know.
You have to.
Yeah, or else you get sucked into the vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were another one. We felt like we were the friends that got, and we never did all that stuff with you.
Yeah,
but
we were good
for a
influence.
while, you didn't come see us.
Yeah, were we part of the problem?
Someone stole my identity, Robbie.
Yeah. You know, when I was thinking about you, there was a great... I know you're happily married now. You've been married, what, 3 years?
3 years.
Oddly enough, to Ringo Starr's sister-in-law?
No.
Wait,
your wife,
your wife is...
Are you sure? Do you know who you're married to?
What is he? Ringo?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, who are you married to?
My wife is the little sister of Ringo's wife.
Barbara Bach?
Right.
Yes.
And you are now happily married.
It's the part of me that was missing.
Because I remember you in the old days. You know, listen, you were high, and women were commodities. You used a lot of women, and they used you. I mean, it was a mutual use. They used you for your fame and your money and your power.
Well, sometimes I think Joe forgot when he was on the road that he had another woman somewhere.
Right. But did you have a whole epiphany about women? like that changed your attitude toward women too?
Well, the first thing that you can't do when you try to get sober is have a relationship.
Right. They say that's the worst thing.
Yeah. So I did that for a while.
You did.
You did all the wrong stuff.
You sabotaged your recovery by being in a relationship with a woman during it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that didn't work good.
So they're right about that.
Yeah.
These people know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It didn't work good because she becomes your drug, right?
Or a reason to drink.
Ah. In other words, you'd start fighting with a woman, the relationship gets too heated up, you haven't worked on yourself enough, and then boom, everything goes kablooey and you need a drink.
Her fault.
Women are a great reason to drink. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Probably just any relationship with anybody is a reason to drink.
Yeah. Like Joe's so charming, nothing could be a problem about
Well,
that.
you know what? I think like Joe, I have problems with everybody, so I think anyone would make me drink.
There you go.
Man or woman.
There you go. Congratulations on your marriage, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I'm glad we're both happy.
Yeah, no, very, very happy.
Yeah.
I really am. I mean, I understand what you say.
To get a real partner.
Yes.
You know?
And to feel good about that situation is remarkable.
And it's the part of me that was missing.
But don't you think it's the change in you that allows you to have that with a woman?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to grow up.
I couldn't have had any relationship like I was.
Did you go back and say to any of the women you were with, and I'm sure you hurt some women and some women hurt you, but did you go back? Even I know, remember, you used to have the great joke, my ex-wife plaintiff.
Yeah, did you call plaintiff?
Did you ever call plaintiff and say,
which one?
Any of them.
I made amends to a lot of people.
You did?
Yeah.
Was that hard?
No.
Once you do it, does it unlock something in you? Like, does it open up your heart?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
And so you would call, did you call your ex-wives? Mm-hmm. And you said to them, look, I'm sorry I put you through hell. I'm sorry I did all
I put you through hell.
Were they all receptive to that, or did some of them say, you know what, Joe, fuck yourself?
There was both. Both of those. Some people say, I understand. I'm glad you're sober. Some people say, up yours.
And some people say, I don't believe you. In other words,
the important thing is me.
You said it.
I'm better for it.
Right. And what is it? If it's a phone call or a meeting, and you go there and you confess to them that you were shit or whatever, you were confused.
Yeah, you look them in the eye and you tell them, hey, I was really a bad person to you, and I regret it, and I'm sorry.
Wow. Boy,
that's heavy.
That's hard.
It's heavy, but I mean, that's part of recovery. Because you live in all that garbage. You constantly, even now, everybody goes into the past and digs around in a pile of stuff.
Right.
And you look for something to be mad about.
Right.
You look for something to get in a bad mood about. And you attach an emotion to it. And then you're in a bad mood. And none of that exists.
All that anger is in you.
Yeah. If you clear that out by making amends, you stand a chance.
Right. Well, it's a tough... I tell you what, that is not an easy assignment.
Has he decided to have more children?
No, you're not having more kids, are you?
No, I have lots.
Yeah.
How many kids?
I saw one of your daughters on a TV show. Lucy. She's a very talented girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
She wants to make it in the music business.
She's also acting. She's pretty serious about acting.
Good-looking girl, too.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah. And then I saw they got you on the show, too. They schlepped you out. I was like, oh, poor Joe.
Well, I showed up for her.
Yeah, right, I know. I knew you didn't want to be there, man. I was just watching it. I go, oh, my God.
Me and Dee Snider.
Yeah, you guys are all on there.
We showed up for our kids.
But
I know what that show was.
Yeah. I enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
But it was the kids of rock stars who show up, and they had a competition.
Yeah.
So, but you see these competition shows. That's not the way to really make it. I'm a judge on one of these shows.
I know you. How's that going?
I love it. I love it. But I tell everyone. In fact,
Thank
I don't
God
know.
you are.
Well, you don't want to know something? In Vegas, I tell these guys. I don't know if they're going to show it. They don't show everything I say. But I said to them, you got to remember, a lot of hard work goes into it. When I saw them fucking off or doing something weird, I'd say, I know musicians. And these guys work their ass off. They might look happy-go-lucky, but how many hours did you spend in your life not only sitting alone in a room with the guitar, but also going out on the road and playing in front of people and learning that, even if you're playing in front of two people, life can really suck and it's not that easy. I mean, there's a lot of hard years. There's no quick fix, right?
It's your 10,000 hours.
Your 10,000 hours. And you put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have too.
Yeah, I mean, we all do.
You used to sell mattresses.
I did. I still do. I was shocked to learn, though, in your life, one of the great romances was Stevie Nicks of Fleetwood Mac. And this was kept on the down low, even during your whacked out years.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
But she says you were the love of her life and probably still are. What, is she one of those people you had to call and make amends to?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She's special.
She was in love. One of the greatest songwriters ever, right? Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
No?
Well,
am I wrong?
I mean, songwriters, in the big picture, all of us from the 70s are memorable and notable, but I mean, the greatest songwriters are like guys from the 30s and 40s. And
do you really believe that? You don't believe Jimi Hendrix was a great songwriter? Paul Simon?
Yeah. Okay.
You don't consider yourself a great songwriter?
Well, I don't think it's fair to say one of the best ever to anybody.
But what a powerful couple. But Stevie Nicks and Joe Walsh.
Stevie's very high on the list.
Were you in love with her?
Did they write together?
I don't know. Did you guys ever write together?
She helped me do the Confessor album.
No kidding.
She rode shotgun with me on that one and gave me some direction, and she's really good at the craft of songwriting.
Which means what? Sitting down and really putting a pen to paper and actually trying to figure out the lick and all that?
Left to my own devices, I will have 85 pieces of paper with a couple words on each.
Right.
And people like her and my wife Marjorie now help me get 85 words on one piece of paper.
How do they help you do that? I mean, you're a songwriter. It's a creative process for you. How do they focus you to take all those 85 slips of paper and combine them into a song?
Well, my wife is a closer. That's what she does. When I say it's the part of me that was missing, I got a little attention deficit.
Right.
But in the 50s, that wasn't diagnosed. You were just difficult.
Right.
But I got it.
Yeah.
You know, I see that in one of my sons. I learned about it, and I had it screaming in the 50s.
It's one of those things that affects you where you can't keep your mind on one thing.
You can't complete tasks. I have a great idea, fantastic idea, and I get it started, and wait a minute, I have another idea. So there it sits.
You know, I'm reading a book about this. It's called Get Things Done.
Yeah.
Do you ever read this book?
No.
I've just started reading it. I just learned about it.
Yeah, so I have great ideas lying all over the place.
And what do you do? Do you speak into a little tape recorder? And how does the songwriting process go for Joe Walsh personally? Would you be fucking around with your guitar? You start to, pick at a few notes and go, that's cool? Or do you hear the song in your head first? You once told me years ago, you always have a song in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how do you get it out physically? Because don't you go, oh, my God, this is good. I don't want to lose this. What do you do? What's the first thing you do? So you don't forget it.
Well, you can carry around a little recorder.
Do you do that?
And put ideas down. When I remember to, yeah.
Because you need a giant inbox, so to speak. But by that I mean you need a place that whenever you get an idea, you just put it in there so you don't have to sit and worry. Didn't that worry you when you had a great hook or something and you'd say, oh, shit, I can't forget it, I can't, or you didn't care?
It depends. When I was wasted, I would write it down, except in the morning, it didn't make any sense.
Okay, a song like Life's Been Good So Far. Life's Been Good So Far. You're standing around one day. Do you hear the words first or the music?
Usually the music.
The music?
Yeah.
You heard burning.
It's real abstract, and I think it's the same for all of us. You hear an idea, and it's kind of a symmetry.
So did you hear? So when you say you heard an idea, symmetry, was it like?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah.
That's what you heard.
Yeah.
And then you go, I don't know what the fuck to do with that.
Well, you go, okay, there's something.
Right. Now, what do you do with that? You go over to a tape recorder and you go.
I kind of have a place in my head
that it goes
with different drawers.
Really? And you retain this?
Yeah.
I wonder
I'm wondering, why don't you think this is something you've heard before? Like you're humming somebody else's tune.
I'm amazed that I would sit there and think how many songs he forgot that are in that drawer.
Well, think of how many songs never got written that people had. Yeah. Robin, you're right. Whatever you just said, I forgot.
Sometimes you think it's something you heard.
Yeah, right. Well, that's where you go, aha.
Right.
You mess around with old blues licks, and you mess around, and you realize, boy, this is fantastic. Oops. Except it's a Hendrix lick. And you think, oh, well, start again. But once in a while, you get a nibble.
Did you ever meet Hendrix?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you ever get to play with him?
Not live.
Not live.
Backstage.
You went backstage. Where was this?
Youngstown, Ohio.
Back in the early 70s?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're, what, doing a concert?
Yeah.
James Gang concert at that point?
James Gang, Hendrix, and Sly and the Family Stone.
All on the same bill.
Wow. Well, remember in those days?
Wow, yeah.
You had 3 headliners on a show.
And who opened that show?
We did.
The James Gang.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What a show.
Yeah.
And then Sly and the Family Stone, and then I guess Hendrix.
Well, Sly never came out of his dressing room.
Yeah, right. But there's another guy. I mean, he's a difficult guy, right? He's had his problems.
Yeah.
And I don't think he ever came out of them like you
Still
did.
going through it, yeah.
I don't think he made it.
No. Do you ever see him around? No. He's like a recluse.
There's been Sly sightings, but...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him on some award show or something.
Yeah, but a few months ago, we were reading that he was in a trailer parked outside somebody's house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God you didn't go that route.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And does that give you the shakes at night sometimes? So you go, shit, I could have really, really fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am so grateful to be alive and sober.
So Hendrix is backstage. And what happened?
He's backstage. We're in a like dressing room, which is like where a hockey team changes or something. You know,
not glamorous.
So yeah, right. and he's there, and I finish, and we finish, and we're in the same dressing room. So he's sitting playing his guitar, and I come in with mine.
Right.
And
you have a jam session, so to speak.
A little bit, yeah. I showed him my guitar, and he showed me his.
Do you get intimidated by a guy like that?
Nah, he was a wonderful guy. Of course, I'm intimidated.
By his talent, I mean.
by him. He had an aura. I mean, he had feathers on. I mean, it was terrifying.
Well, you talk about that. I read that Clapton and a bunch of other guys at the time who were considered top guitarists all went to see Jimi Hendrix when he first came on the scene. They went to a club and they all looked at each other and they went, shit, we don't even really play the guitar.
What the hell are we doing?
What are we doing? That was the famous story.
Generally thought by the community, yeah. What the hell are we doing?
Did you feel that way?
Yeah.
You did when you played with him. When you played with him, did he say, oh, wow, Joe, maybe we should get together in a studio and do something together, or it never got that far?
No, never got that far, but he showed me his guitar, and I paid attention to how the heavy strings, light strings.
Right.
How high are the strings? What's the action? Because he was a tough one, because he was left-handed.
Right.
So everything was backwards. That's why he sounded like that. None of us right-handed guitar players could do what he was doing.
Was he playing a lefty guitar?
No.
He was playing a right-handed guitar
upside
with his
down.
Upside down. Oh, wow.
That's why he sounded like that.
Are you
and that's
kidding?
why we couldn't crack the code.
Oh, my God. That's fascinating. Yeah.
That's why we were all hitting ourselves in the head.
But that's why you're a great guitar player, because you're a student. You sit there. Those are the guitar lessons you talk about.
Yeah.
Sitting with Jimi Hendrix, it's a master class.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even if it's 3 or 4 minutes. Right. And I had a Les Paul, and he looked at that, and he was really, really nice, and just a good guy.
Isn't it weird, too, because Hendrix is, of course, remembered for his music, but also for the excesses, like the drug taking, fucking chicks, getting plaster casts on his dick. It takes away from his legend in a way, It really does.
That's the way it was back then. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You could get away with a lot of stuff back then that you can't now.
Right.
You probably noticed.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a whole different universe, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Joe, where do you think rock and roll is going? Speaking of back then and today, there's not rock radio stations.
Boy, Robin, that's a good one,
Is rock dead?
Yeah, I think so, pretty much.
It's pretty dead because there's not a lot of rock and roll radio stations. And we were talking about this on the show the other day. We were talking about that it's almost like, I think Robin said it, that rock and roll is going to be like jazz in a way. It's going to be just this art form that existed and was big, and then some guys will still play it, but it's not going to have.
It's dead, but it's not dead, but it's not number one. Country's number one.
But I never thought I'd see the day that, rock and roll was such a part of my life.
Howard, think of it. That's what Analog Man is all about.
Right. The new album.
The digital technology is nice, but along with it is this virtual world that we all go in more and more.
Yeah.
And it doesn't exist. It's in a computer. It's an illusion. And we sit in chairs. Our bodies sit in chairs for hours waiting for our minds to come back.
Yeah.
I like side B.
Right.
I like cart machines. It's different, man. It's different for us.
Yeah.
And the problem with the digital technology,
right?
It ate the record business.
It did, yeah.
It ate radio.
So you're not on Twitter, are you?
It ate intellectual property.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that drive you crazy as an artist that, a guy who's like you, like a musician who comes up now, they can't even sell a record because everything's out there for free. People don't go and buy DVDs and CDs.
I know.
They rip them off and that. It does seem unfair, right?
People ask me, what advice do you have for the upcoming musician? I don't have any. I'm trying to figure it out, too.
What is your game plan with the new CD? In other words, it's hitting the stores, I think, today, right? Tomorrow, all right? And you have a new single out. But what's the game plan? Can you really... Well, I guess you could go around the country and play these songs. It's almost like starting over. Joe Walsh is one of the biggest names in rock, and yet it's almost like you're starting over again. You got to go out, play for audiences, and introduce them to this music.
It's a fresh start for me.
So what are you going to do? What's the game plan?
Well, the deal with everything is, in lieu of record companies, the way to do it now is the social network. You have to get visible.
Yes.
If you can make people aware that you have a record out, they'll find it.
Right. So your game plan is to use social media and sort of get because like look at some of the great artists. Paul McCartney just came out with an album. Nobody gave a shit. You know what I mean? Paul McCartney. It's like everyone has an even playing field now. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to bank on your name. It's just that you know. I feel great for guys like you who have an audience already, and you can go out and do a James Gang tour, or you could go do a Joe Walsh tour, or you could do an Eagles tour. So you're fine. Nothing's going to bother you. But when you put out new music like you just have, that's the conundrum. That's the thing that you can't figure out.
You can't assume that you're going to have a hit record.
No.
What's platinum now? 50,000 copies.
That's right. Go make a living doing that.
Woo!
Right. How many records how many records between the Eagles and the James Gang have you sold? And Joe Walsh solo stuff?
I don't know.
You never counted it up?
I lost count after about 85,000. I was counting them on my fingers.
You mean you really don't know, Joe? Isn't that an impressive number to know for yourself and look back and say, you know what, I can reflect on that number?
Probably, but in that category, I'm not really that big of a fish. Look at somebody like Jeff Lynne.
Now, Jeff Lynne produced your new record.
Yeah.
Jeff Lynne was, of course, of Electric Light Orchestra, ELO, and he's a great legendary.
That guy sold some records.
Did he?
Yeah.
More than you?
ELO, I think so.
But if you count the Eagles in your
Eagles,
record,
yeah, okay, Eagles.
Eagles are one of the biggest selling bands of all time.
Yeah,
Hotel California, I think.
California
isn't that the one album that I think that's the #1 album for the Eagles ever?
Greatest hits.
Greatest hits.
Greatest hits.
Yeah, we go back and forth with Michael Jackson.
What's the best song you ever wrote? Seriously, out of all the songs. I have, I don't know if it was Funk 49, Walk Away. I don't know. I could name Rosemary.
Rosewood Bitters.
Rosewood Bitters is more. I think all these great songs. What is the greatest song you ever wrote that you're most proud of?
The one you love the most.
Yeah.
Eagles wise, I co-wrote "Life in the Fast Lane" with John and Glenn.
Right.
Yeah.
Solo wise, probably Rocky Mountain Way.
Yeah, what a song. Do you still stop and listen to that on the radio? I mean, it's on the radio all the time on classic rock stations. If you hear it, will you stop and listen to it and go, man, that's a good fucking record? Or will you just
that?
Yeah, will you just tune by and say, I don't want to hear it again?
One of the things that makes it magic is it's a bunch of guys playing in a room.
Right. Rocky Mountain Way.
You're listening to how it was made.
That groove you can't do with Pro Tools.
No. And you remember when you came up with that, or were you so drunk? Like, was that part of your drunken formula where, like, hey, I get really high and I write? Do you remember any of that process of writing that great song?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What was the process on that one?
I was in Colorado.
Right.
I had left the James Gang. I was worried that I might have made a mistake.
It's scary.
Yeah.
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 Because that was a successful entity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we were doing fine.
Why did you leave?
Three-piece band. I just got saturated with playing really loud and being like a kick-ass guitar guy.
Right.
Playing through Marshalls and stuff.
Why, you thought on your own you could, tone it down?
I was hearing all these songs like with a piano.
And they didn't want that. The other two guys were against it.
Kinda.
And also your audience demanded you be a certain sound. So if you went to a piano, you were afraid the audience would reject. So you just said, fuck it, I'll leave the whole thing.
Yeah.
Did those guys want to kill you for breaking up something successful?
No.
Did you call to apologize to them when you got sober?
I didn't have to really apologize. I apologized when I quit. I just said, guys, I can't do this. I'm a musician, too.
Yeah.
And I gotta go have a look at that.
And so so you were scared, you were in Colorado.
I'm in Colorado, okay, and I have an album done, which was the Barnstorm album, the first solo album I did, and I'm mowing the lawn. And
you were mowing the lawn.
I was mowing the lawn. Yeah.
Rock stars mow lawn?
I didn't have any words for Rocky Mountain Way, but we had the track done.
Right.
And I'm just dead in the water about this song. What is it about?
You mean you just hear music? There's no vocal. There's no tune, really, except that.
If there were words, I hear where they go.
But you don't have the actual words.
I don't know what they are.
So how do they come to you?
Well, I'm on the lawn. I look up, and there's the front range of the Rocky Mountains with snow on them in the summer.
Right.
And it knocked me back because it was just beautiful. And I thought, well, I have committed. I'm in Colorado. It's too late to regret the James Gang. The Rocky Mountain Way is better than the way I had because the music was better. And I got the word bam. And he's telling us this, tells us that, changes it every day. That's about the James Gang's manager.
Right.
We don't need the ladies crying because the story's sad. That's giving up the regret of leaving the James Gang. And I got all those words all at once, and I ran into the house to write the words down. And the lawnmower kept going over into the neighbor's yard and ate the garden. It was an expensive song to write, but...
Oh, I got the chills when you tell me that.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I get the chills because that's such a fucking cool process. I wish I had that ability.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Do you have trouble with your neighbors? You had a problem where some neighbor was like stalking you or something, or you had to go to court with the guy, or there was something, he came over with
oh, yeah, that guy.
What happened there?
He finds pieces of property and builds houses on them.
Right.
And they shouldn't really have houses on them.
Right.
But he has friends at City Hall.
Oh.
And,
it's a complicated life.
I was wishing he wasn't doing that.
Right.
So I didn't help him.
I see. He got frustrated with you.
And he got frustrated, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
It's complicated being Joe Walsh sometimes. But now it seems like it's a lot simpler. You got the wife, you're happy.
Oh, it's so much simpler.
Now, let me say that Joe Walsh's new solo album, Analog Man, is in stores tomorrow. Hey, I didn't finish the thought, though, with Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
I mean, you two became this couple, and she says you are the love of her life.
All those songs were about Joe?
Yeah.
She wrote one about me, yeah.
What was the big one about you?
Joe?
Joe just fell asleep.
Yeah.
He's thinking of the name.
I'm trying to I'm embarrassed I don't remember.
Was it a Fleetwood Mac song, or was it from one of her solos?
One of her solos.
One of her solo albums?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stand
Has anyone ever wrote a song for you?
Hell no. I wish you
No,
would.
that's how the song goes, stupid.
Oh, shit. When are you going to write a song about me? Actually, I got a...
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I got an email from Leslie West. He claims he has an idea. He was thinking of me. He wants to write a song about me. I'm very honored.
That's flattering.
I feel like a hot chick.
Well, you better wait till you hear it first.
Yeah.
Give my best to Leslie.
I will. You know he lost his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but he's doing well.
Yeah.
He has a great spirit about him.
He's a great guy.
And a great guitar player, yes?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Now, there's a guy that could probably be on Rolling Stone's list.
Yes.
Where the hell's he?
Exactly.
He's not on the list either?
That's right. Well, anyway, the legendary Joe Walsh, who is doing so well, happily married now.
Happily
Very
married.
happy for Joe.
And Ringo is your brother-in-law.
My brother-in-law.
Do you
guys
hang?
get together?
Yeah, we hang.
You do.
Do you sign autographs?
Joe, do you sign autographs? Because Ringo has stopped signing everything.
I signed his name for him.
You do.
That's why he got me.
Ringo comes over the house, and it's like a family get-together.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. I mean, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah,
He says, sign all these albums for me. I'm done.
You get along with each other?
Very well.
You do.
You know, he's so down to earth, Paul too, for what those guys have been through.
Right.
And the really good positive energy in terms of a family. I got this huge family that came along with my wife, and it's a dynamic I'd never been around because they're really close. And learning to be part of is one of the things that has opened me up.
Right.
And made me feel, given me confidence, which is something I never had. That's why I drank.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're not drinking. I'm glad you're healthy.
So having Ringo, his insight and his wisdom has helped me with my life and as a human being, besides the music part of it.
Yeah, he seems like a real good. I mean, I got to know Paul McCartney a little bit. What a amazing guy.
Yeah.
I mean, something else.
Yeah.
I always say, you talk about guys who strip it down, so to speak, who are analog men. I was talking the other day, I heard a song of his that I hadn't heard in years. It was from his first solo album after he left the Beatles. It was Turn It Up. What's the name of that song?
Ooh You.
Ooh You. And I love this song, Ooh You, but it's so fucking stripped down. And in fact, he's in his studio doing it, and he says, "Turn it up." He's talking to the engineer. It became part of the song.
Yeah,
that's the shit I like.
That's analog.
That's analog. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You and Ringo, you and Ringo ever swap sisters? Would that ever happen? Like you do him?
Howard, I'm not going to stoop to that mentality. Let's go get our asses waxed.
Right. Listen, this. Oh, and by the way, the single is "Lucky That Way." I'll play a little.
Is that right? I want to hear. Yeah.
Let me see. "Lucky That Way" sounds like your life now. Joe Walsh. The new solo album, Analog Man. And that's in stores tomorrow. Why do you always do that? In a lot of your songs, when you're singing about yourself, you say, "I'm not that special." I'm like,
But you may know me.
Even like in Life's Been Good, you're like, "Yeah, my fans love me, but I'm not that great an artist." Why do you put yourself down in your own songs?
Well, I could either explain it or you could listen to the song.
It's in there. Okay.
Oh, it's in there. All right. It feels good to be you.
It does. Listen to the chorus.
I am.
Oh, yeah. But here comes the chorus.
When you wrote you had a Maserati, did you really have the Maserati?
It would be logical.
But do you really have the palm trees in the swimming pool now?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we come. This is it.
There you go.
I'm just lucky that way.
Yeah.
What is it, Gary? How dare you interrupt my... He's handing me a piece of paper.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Oh, here. Oh.
That's a song that Stevie wrote for Joe. God, she must have loved you.
What
Let's
was
see.
the song?
The song is called Has Anyone Ever Written Anything For You, as Joe said. And I thought he was talking to me. Listen to this lyric. You know I'd rather be alone than be without you, don't you know? She'd rather be alone than be without you. What the fuck did you do to this girl? You must
He's just lucky that way.
You must have banged her silly. Were you in love with her?
As a sister.
Really? God, she was. I mean, I imagine this was the 70s, right?
I mean, she's like a soulmate, you know.
You still talk to her?
Once in a while.
This was like in the 70s, right? I mean, was there a more beautiful, physically beautiful woman than Stevie Nicks and all that talent? I mean, you would think that's the whole package. I mean, that would be my fantasy.
Were you not into her?
No, I was, Robin. That didn't come out right. All I'm saying is that we were seeking refuge, kind of, in each other's presence.
Because you both were into drugs at that point?
Kind of, yeah, there was that part of it, but we were on the road, we had careers, we were both lonely.
Why did you never marry her? Did the thought cross your mind at one point?
No.
And you never thought that way even in terms of like a powerful couple? Like, oh my God, there's two incredibly powerful people in rock and roll.
Or maybe that would have been too much.
Well, the relationship came and ran its course, as rock and roll relationships do.
Does it get competitive? Like, do you sit there and she was in Fleetwood Mac at that point, I guess?
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't.
No.
She was a solo, or she was in Buckingham next.
Yeah.
And does it get competitive? Is that the problem? Like, you could never really marry another singer-songwriter because the two of you sit there and drive each other nuts with that stuff, career?
What made it possible was that we toured together.
Right. So when you're touring together, it's
and we spent all that time together.
But you were not monogamous with her, so she probably got jealous too. Because knowing you back in those days, you were not going to be limited to one woman. True? You weren't going to be limited to one drink and not one woman. You were an addict.
We were both monogamous for that summer.
That's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
So you
A
felt
whole
something for
season.
her. Well, yeah, in rock and roll, that's 10 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. When we stopped touring, we
drifted apart.
I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to.
Look at you. What a life.
But do you think you could have been with somebody as powerful and talented as Stevie?
No, I don't think either of us could have committed to a lasting relationship in the state that we were in.
You surprised Steven Tyler's a judge on American Idol? Seriously. I mean, Steven Tyler's one of the great songwriter, great rock and roll stars.
I don't exactly know why he's doing that.
I had heard that it was for the money. That literally he had gone through so much money that it was like a $10 million payday.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You held on to a lot of your money, even though all the marriages and getting high and everything. How did you manage to hold on to your money? I know you're worth $164 million.
You know that?
I do.
Who'd you hear that from?
Your accountant told me.
He's still got $164 million on his own.
No one told me, but I read it on the internet that you were worth around $164 million. And that makes sense to me. Between the Eagles
and all the music,
and royalties and touring. But you could have lost it all, right?
I did.
You lost every dime you had?
Pretty much.
When was that?
When I went into recovery.
No kidding.
And then, in 1994, the Eagles decided to go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a clean start.
And they came to you and said, Joe, we're putting you in the band, but you got to get clean, right?
We can't do it without you. And we can't do it unless you're sober. Don and Glenn said that to me.
They saved your life.
It was an intervention. And they were real brothers when they did that.
That's right.
Because that's
So-
what I needed.
It motivated you.
You were broke?
So you are not worth 164 million.
No, I'm not.
Right. Because you got to get back. You know, that's a lot of money. Does
Yeah.
that bother you? Does that bother you at all that you pissed away a lot of money?
Not the money, the time.
You lost a lot of time in your life.
Yeah. There's like 12 years in there.
That you
I
wasted.
wish I had back.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm alive. I'm here.
It's true, because when you go through life that way, that high, it's like, wow, I don't even know what the fuck I did. There's so many things I could have learned.
Based on all accounts, I had a great time.
You don't remember.
I wish
I probably remember more.
Yeah, you know more than I do.
I remember doing a TV show, and I wanted you to be a guest,
Howard,
and
what
you
are you
slept through
asking
it.
when I'm me all these questions? You know more than
I
me.
know, that's so true. All right, listen, Joe Walsh, it's exciting. New music from Joe. Analog Man is in stores tomorrow.
Hi, Marjorie, I love you.
Marjorie, I love you too, baby. I'm
And
not
Robin,
kidding.
I love you too.
I love you, Joe.
Hope you're feeling better.
JoeWalsh.com is where you can go to get all your Joe information. And Joe, anytime you come and see us, you know I like it. Next time, come back with a full album only about me. America's Sweetheart.
I'm going to call Leslie.
Call Leslie.
I think we could write a good song about you.
I think it's time you two teamed up and wrote a song about
That
me.
would be good.
I don't need you to make amends or anything like that with me. I'm fine with you.
Well,
Just-
after we write the song, we may need to. Yeah.
The great and legendary Joe Walsh. Thanks, Joe.
Joe, that was so cool.
Yeah.
What elements would a song about Howard Stern have to contain? If you were gonna get together with Leslie and write a song, what does a Howard Stern themed song sound like?
Funky.
Yeah.
Kind of funky, kind of Ramones.
Little funk, a little punk.
Yeah, yeah, funky punk or punky funk. Something like that. Words. Parts of it really nice and friendly, and parts of it awful. You know, like Howard.
Reflects his personality.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to talk to Leslie West, and I'll get back to you with more of it.
Cool. I think that would be a great song to hear.
Now, we got to think of stuff that rhymes with Stern.
Burn.
That's your homework assignment.
Burn is my first word there. Yeah. He's got a fire inside him.
Yeah. What rhymes with Stern? Well, no, I'm not going to go there. Great to be back.
Joe, it's great seeing you. One quick thing I was going to ask you. You guys seem very like-minded when you talk about, digital technology and the virtual world and its influence on music. Do you think Howard's an analog man in spirit? The way he approaches his show and the love of the performance and some of the errors that come along with it?
Howard wouldn't be Howard without all those analog years of being on the radio and, like I say, cart machines and stuff. Howard's very good and belongs in the digital age. I know about it too, but Howard wouldn't be Howard without all those years of knowledge and insight of the analog days. That's all I'll say.
All right, Joe. Best of luck with the new album.
Yeah.
See you soon.
friend of the show. It's Old Friends Week at the Stern Show. Today's Joan Rivers.
Okay.
Okay?
She's got a new book out, you know.
Yes, I know. I read about it in the newspaper yesterday.
You know what it's called? Very similar to what I think you would title the book.
Yeah.
The first line is, I hate everyone.
That's it.
And then she says, starting with me. But I don't think you feel that way about yourself.
I don't hate myself.
You love yourself.
No, I don't.
I love you. Good morning, Joan.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm a little disappointed because you don't have your ice cream machine anymore.
We got rid of that?
I think so.
That's not right.
I didn't see it. Not right.
We lured you with ice cream, then we took it away.
Very important. Good morning, good morning. Otherwise, I'm fine, thank you.
And you have a new book out, so...
I have a new book called Joan Rivers, I Hate Everybody, and it's the first book of comedy that was ever banned. Very excited.
It's already been banned?
It's been banned by, I'm not allowed to say the name, Costco.
That's kind of cool, though.
Beyond cool.
I mean...
Beyond cool, that means the nice thing is no very fat people will be able to buy it and hide it in their folds.
But everywhere else you can pick it up.
Everywhere else you can pick it up.
Just not if you want to buy bulk
No,
food
you
items.
can't buy it in bulk, can't buy a pallet. You can go to BJ's and buy it.
Well, welcome.
So that's what's going on. I'm thrilled to be here.
Good to see you again, Joan.
It's good to be going on the air like a real big person. And how is Howard now that he's rich?
I think he's doing well. I think he's enjoying this
Who is
run
he
on
on with?
AGT.
He's on with
It's Howie
Howie?
Mandel.
and Sharon.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I think he's enjoying this run, though.
He should. He should have done this a long time ago.
You've said it since the beginning.
From the beginning. He's terrific.
All right, I'll let you get to Howard.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, there's one other interesting thing, Howard. You know, it's funny. Tim had dinner with David Brenner last night.
Yeah.
And, you know, David Brenner's like trying to figure out, you know, how to reinvent himself and everything. But the question is like, Joan has sort of managed to remain iconic. And I know it's because she's funny. But there's a lot. Maybe it's because Joan just never stops. Maybe that's why. But she's certainly put herself in a place.
Well, she's also, like, she's willing to say shit that, like, David Brenner won't.
I guess that's what it is.
She's outrageous.
I gotta tell you, I just filled her in on Robin in very broad strokes because she didn't know anything. And she's already got, she cracked like 3 jokes in there that made me laugh my ass off.
Oh, no.
No, they're not bad. They're just stupid. But they're nothing that will insult. Robin will laugh at them. And I would tell them to you, but I want you to laugh at them.
Okay.
Hey, Joan Rivers is here. Joan Rivers just came out with yet another new book, I Hate Everyone, starting with me. It's in stores today. A living legend.
Now, is she calling herself a living legend now?
I'm calling her a living legend. She's an icon, don't you think?
I didn't know if that was in the copy or if you said that yourself.
No, I'm calling her a living legend. I'm calling
All right.
Joan a living legend.
I certainly think so.
What?
Thank you.
You refuse to do the show without Robin?
I don't do the show. That's Robin is sitting there.
Robin's gotten so lazy with this show that she does it from home now.
That bitch has lost so much weight.
That's right.
You can't find me.
I
Look at
love you on the thing with Howie Mandel and Sharon.
America's Got Talent.
Oh, well, you know the name. I don't have to learn it.
Yeah, why do you need to learn that? Why do you need to be bothered? I enjoy doing it, I believe it or
You
not.
look like you enjoy doing
I'm
it.
having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, you know, what is left to do in my career except shock everyone with doing a family show?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, really, when you think about it, who would have expected that one?
But you're so cute, and so I go back to NBC when they had you in that closet.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Right. Yeah, long way.
You should have done this a long time ago.
You know, it's funny. Gary was just in here. We were talking about you behind your back, and I said, you know, and he said, you know, we have had so many comics on our show over the years, and we were just naming all the people who kind of have disappeared in terms of their careers. And Gary goes, don't you think it's amazing that Joan Rivers,
I mean, really think about it. Like, she's still relevant and funny and like really has a real career as opposed to like a Mercy booking somewhere.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, and it is amazing. So he said, "What do you think the secret is?" And I said, "I think the secret is she's funny. You know, she's like
she's actually talented."
I keep looking over.
Yeah, I know, but I can't imagine. Oh, you keep looking over for Robert.
For Robert, in his stupid voice.
Well, I keep looking for her. I want them to tape a picture of her over there.
What are you people talking about? What are you talking about?
But no, it's hard work. No, yes,
because
funny.
Aren't there days where you go, I don't want to keep up with pop culture?
No.
Honestly.
I don't want to keep up. I don't want, if one more person says, I love John Carson, who gives a shit?
Nobody remembers John.
The man is disintegrated even in his coffin.
Right.
There's nothing left there except 3 bones.
Although I did watch a special on Johnny Carson, and you were a part of it.
And
you were very complimentary to him.
And they cut out the one part, the truth. It's where I called him, and he hung up on me. And they have all these people saying, look who's saying it. The producer who hates me, who I hate.
They cut that out.
And they have the people saying she never called him.
Oh.
And I called the producer. Then they wanted me to do PR for it. And I called them up. I said, you have just perpetrated a lie.
Right.
Well, Johnny's wife, I said, the 3rd wife with the implants.
Right.
Yeah, she was walking the beach looking for him in Malibu. I know how she met him.
Johnny's wife has a say on this special?
Yes, she decided. Alex decided.
Is it true that...
Number 22.
Is it true that your birthday is coming up?
Yeah.
Can I say...
79. How about that
I didn't know
one?
if you gave that out, but...
That's amazing.
Can you believe you're 79?
No. I'm in perfect health. That's the joke. And everyone around me is dropping dead.
Because I can't even believe it's 79. Like, when you wake up in the morning that you even care
I don't even think
about your career. I really can't believe it.
But I love what I do.
Yeah, I know, but like...
Howard, they just banned my book. How fabulous is that?
Yeah, that was weird.
Fabulous. It's some asshole.
Who is banning
But
your
where
book?
was it banned, by the way?
I'm not allowed to say the name, so you have to give me a hint.
Okay, Walmart?
No.
No? Costco? Okay. They banned your book because, well, the
People that sell pink meat.
It's funny. It says here on the back of your book there are quotes. Wilt Chamberlain said about your book, "If I was alive, even I wouldn't fuck her."
Yeah, that's what I wrote quotes that I thought were appropriate for the book.
Dr. Kevorkian said of your new book, "This author should be euthanized."
That's right. Maria Antoinette was the one they didn't like.
It says, "Let her eat shit."
Yeah, I thought that was a testimonial to their produce department.
So they were afraid that if someone picked up the book jacket, they would see the word shit, and then that would corrupt them.
That would. Meanwhile, they
offend
sell
people.
ammo to children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Who was ever hurt by that?
Yeah. But
It's so stupid. But I got so excited because I'm from the generation where they used to ban books in Boston.
Right.
I said, this is fabulous because it's a funny book.
It is funny. In fact, I was looking through the book. As long as we're talking about your book.
Oh, we don't have to.
No. I want to talk about it because there was one quote that I thought was outrageous, and in a politically correct society to say this, I'm going to quote you now. I thought this was pretty wild. Let me find it because I have a lot of quotes.
I have never been politically correct.
All right, listen to this. You write about in your new book the TV show Glee.
Yeah.
You say on Glee, all the homo kids. Now, this is a quote. Okay, because a lot of people aren't saying that kind of stuff anymore. Okay. On Glee, all the homo kids are smiling and giggly, and they spend every day singing in the halls. When I went to high school, the homos spent most of their days hiding in their lockers crying.
That's right.
You feel a show like Glee should be about kids hiding in their lockers, right?
Everybody's happy. The fat girl is singing.
Yeah, right. It's true. In high school, who like where is the reality?